jogar. E eu tenho certeza que nós três estamos prontos pra aumentar isso.
I gotta start doing more variety on my channel so my views don't go down again. But we're back doing some. We're gonna watch party this Valorant game. Hopefully it goes.
Good luck today.
Hopefully it goes in the way of SEN here. I'm actually rooting for both of these teams because Sentinels that we've been rooting for since the beginning.
The mentality on a high
And
note
2G,
after
I
you
think, has
literally
actually
lose
been
every game
pretty
and have
freaking
everyone doubting you and kind of
or at
clowning
least
on you.
all right.
Well, I mean, they also had a victory against Vlad at some point as well, so that's pretty good for them. But overall, if you're looking at,
So I'm
for
actually
example, the
excited
leadership
for
of
this
Zap,
game.
when they first came from Ascension until
Let's
now, the
pull it
vibes
on
were
over
always
here.
good. But then suddenly Zap leaves as an IGL, leaves as a leader for this team, and you probably think that it's a team that's in shambles. But no, the vibes are still very high. They're still putting great numbers. And again, unfortunately for Zap, ever since he left and PXX came in and they had these roles, they're starting to find that success too. So it's actually quite good for 2G so far.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's really nice seeing them in high spirits given their situation, and I think they're still going to try and continue to put like their best foot forward going into this, which is so important.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us today, but breaking news. Hold on, we've got breaking news coming in right now. Let's send it over to Rainington Blizzard,
Need to
the
go and
third
re-download
VCT America's Weather Center.
This.
Thanks, Zoe. And good news for everyone headed to Ascent. We
It's because I
finally
didn't
got a
download
change
it
in
yet.
forecast.
Okay.
We've been seeing the same weather for years.
All
and
right,
now there
guys. I don't
seems
think
to
the
be
game
some
starts for
atmospheric
another little
changes
bit.
with Waylay, Tejo, and Vice. We're seeing razor vines everywhere, salvos falling from the sky, and if the conditions are right, you might catch a glimpse of the refracting Waylay.
New
Back to you.
image. Browse. Downloads. Dual cam.
And there you have it. And obviously, weather predictions are always accurate.
And
Right?
alpha.
Forecasts, they've not been wrong.
Exactly. They're always wrong.
Yes.
Which is why if you're looking at it from yesterday, we actually had bench comps on Ascent. They played some like double initiator like bench stuff with the Silva, with the KO, some Jet. Maybe hopefully today we'll see something new, at least some 2025 climate in Valorant in terms of Ascent if we have some.
You know what is also wrong most of the time?
Yeah.
Us. And our predictions. So let's take a look at the predictions for today. Although I do feel like, okay.
Oh, this seems kind of right, though. This seems kind of right.
I'd like to say it seems very right.
So you abandoned crew after one single
Yeah, it
bad
looks like we
performance?
still
So you're
got-
just jumping ship?
Yes.
Right, a little bit.
And there you have it. Back to you guys.
Quite honestly, I always wanted to root for crew. And then when it was a game versus EG, again, they were going on a run. EG had like a little bit of a rough start. And then I was thinking, okay, this is the way. They're going to be able to go 4-0, 5-0. But they lost. And then every time I try to cheer for crew, they lose. So I have to go against crew today.
No, that's completely valid. I mean, I'm kind of in the
Yo,
same
what's
boat.
up, Solomon? Welcome.
I see the vision.
I'm actually really ready for this
I was
game.
a really big crew fan, and I still am. I'm just worried, like, if I see the same crew that I saw last week, I honestly didn't even recognize them as a team.
Yeah.
Going from the first 3 weeks to that, and 100 Thieves has just been more consistent for me.
I mean, I don't think they recognize themselves in that match. I think everything that can go wrong somehow went wrong, and they just like absolutely snowballed
watch party
and
with my
spiraled
friend.
out of control.
I think every time we watch party
So
Valorant,
yeah, I
it's
hope
always
that this is
together.
an opportunity for them to redeem
I don't know why I'm
themselves.
saying that.
Sentinels and 2G are ready to face off, literally. So let's get this day on the way. VCT America starts right now.
Oh, I'm assuming I missed like the first couple bit. Yep. They already yapped, didn't they?
Yep.
All right, cool.
We're getting ready to go into the walkouts.
I think 2G's performance
Hopefully
over
they
stage 1 has been
they screwed it up
mixed
quite a
results,
bit,
but I
huh?
think they've progressively gotten better and
Like
better.
before the walkouts.
Oh, the first one was, I think it was 100 Thieves and C9 or something. No, not C9.
There's a lot of
I remember who it was. The walkout would have messed up.
We need to put that together.
And then, I think the last time they done it, a bit of mess up was SEN and I remember who it was.
Players are online,
But they're trying out new walkouts. Like, I like them trying new things, but there's always going to be mistakes and errors.
So the double walkout was like a... That was supposed to
The
happen?
point is, you know how they done Masters, where both teams walking at once, they go to the stage, and then they all fit, like this bump?
We want to beat every team, and
That's what they're all trying to do.
teams, and we do not want to.
They're trying to get all...
Any inch. I'm still pretty confident.
While we're back to the Yappers. They're trying to get like all the players back on stage at the same time, and then do a fist bump, and then go do a team like talk together. Like, you know how some teams, like, whoever gets the first walkout, they get a bit extra time to like talk as a team before going to their desks. That's what we're trying to prevent. Because basically the first team gets walkout gives actually like 5-10 seconds to talk.
That just seems, I don't know. It seems like it doesn't matter.
And this team has a lot riding on it. The playoff picture, the #1 spot up for grabs.
Absolutely, so much on the line for this team. I have to say, for me,
Both
it's
of
going to
these
come down
teams
today
are
to
fighting
who
for the
wants
first seed,
it
ain't they?
more. And you have to imagine
No,
that's
not
going
2G,
to
no.
be the
100 Thieves and
Sentinel
SEN.
playing for that
Oh, okay.
first seed. But
That's the end of the Sen, you. If Sen 100 Thieves win, Sen will get a first seed with with bye. I don't know what that means.
Squad with nothing to lose when the stakes are high, fan expectations are up there for the
If Crew wins against 100 Thieves, Sen will guaranteed to get a second seed regardless if they win or lose. And if Sen and Crew lose, there's going to be a tiebreaker. And depends on how bad the tiebreaker is, it could also involve them doing like a 1v1 match basically to get that playoff spot.
This is looking for 2G, trying to get that second win on the
Like
board.
regardless, Sen, 100 Thieves, Crew,
You know Valorant is screwed off when it's Sen and 100 Thieves in first and second.
Starting lineup of 5 the
But we got in the bracket, so that's the thing. All the good teams are on the other bracket.
Oh yeah, that's
Next season is fucked up. Like in our bracket right now, we have Crew, 100 Thieves, Sen.
Absolutely, and you've got to respect this 2G squad, right? Really
Evil Geniuses, 2G, and Loud. Loud's washed off. They're 0-4.
#1 prospect Spike
2G is 1-3, so regardless if they win or lose, they can't get to playoffs unless 100 Evil Geniuses loses to Loud.
He's repping the 2G thing. I think he's trolling him.
Coach Kaplan, leader of Sentinels, and he was worried
if Sentinels loses this game to 2G, like the entire series, if EG loses their next match, then 2G could have good playoffs.
So 2G's fighting for hope, basically.
And it's going to be 2G.
Yeah, they need to win this. If they don't, they're guaranteed gone.
Well, they're guaranteed gone anyway if Sen wins after this.
Over to the Neon for Zekin,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they lose, they're gone. But if they win, it's all down to EG. If EG wins, then they're not going. If EG loses, then they could have a chance.
ISO's a pick.
Let me look at the Let's say we send 2-1 this.
I didn't see him on the screen though. It looked like Zekin was facing off against no one.
That'd be a 4-8.
Perhaps 2G opting to
Actually, no,
dip into that deep bench
Have they
that we
played
spoke
ISO
on
before?
Get a sub in the picture.
Coaches are missing.
Yoru lacking sound. What's happening?
He's playing ISO?
What's
I was
going
looking
somewhat. They have a Yoru and an ISO.
He'll be here at some point. One would hope that he would arrive.
That's
I
a
can be
combo,
second in that, right?
No, it was 2G.
Sports bit is starting to fall
Oh, 2G? I don't know. I don't watch 2G.
It's gone.
No, that's what I was saying. The ISOs were picking half.
You know, guys, let's talk about the stakes.
I mean, listen, we are
When it comes to Euro, it actually works well. ISO, Euro, and Sova is a good trio combo. Get Euro to ult, and then you can get ISO to Paranoid, and then Sova can recon. No recon, shot star or ult.
Getting a little bit of a
Like,
rooting cause.
having you, ISO, and Sova, they work well together. But it depends on the teams, like, if they can...
Hold on. All right.
Rooting for 100 Thieves because they have the head-to-head against them. So if Sentinels and 100 Thieves are both finishing the season out at 4-1, then it's going to be Sentinels coming in #1. I think it was even Sentinels were out there tweeting they were going to be giving 100 Thieves the best scrims of their lives this week.
Which they're playing in a shit stage today.
Players just getting set to go here.
I don't mind this.
Let's check in with.
I don't mind it either.
I think they can.
I like it.
Swaps for 2G.
No, they can't. Never mind. That's what that black border's for. They can't see each other.
The role swap.
I was gonna say that'd be cool if they could just like peek over the monitor.
Something I can choose or anything like that.
There's literally 2 glasses above them, and then there's a gap, like a hallway.
You know, like I'm helping more on the.
This is the.
I feel like that's
League of
a lot
Legends.
for nothing.
Help with the call outs.
It's only because League is using the main stage right now. That's why.
All the like knife
and they got different like
$1 billion company and they have a shit stage and a really big one.
It's kind of it's really hard to frag.
For just by 2.
Damn, that's a lot different for me because like I used to be a duelist.
Who's doing one actually? I want to check.
I went to Sentinel.
Which
both you can just like run and shoot, running gun, you know, like you can shoot everyone you want, like. And
yo,
like
I got recommended a video about Fnatic Leo today.
And stuff for the team, and I'm just not.
I watched all
of
it.
I'm getting used to it, like, but right now, but it's so hard. It's so hard for me.
PXS joining this roster. He was basically the first warm body that they could find. Not a lot of Portuguese-speaking players.
Right now, C9 plus TL's playing.
I feel like that makes it more impressive why he's here, right? He's a Brazilian-American
Don't main stage right now.
and it's tough to
I think, I don't know, there's no bootcamp borders for them.
And this guy that no one really knew about going in that they picked up.
C9 plus Team Liquid. Then it's,
helping 2G to their first win in Tier 1.
As far as I know, wasn't even ever really playing Initiator.
Oh yeah, no, this is the other one. And then you got Dig, Fastest 100 Thieves. And then you have She'll Prefer Rebellion, Fastest Disguise. Oh yeah, they're on the main stage.
That blew my mind for the record. Like,
so no team slate in Valorant. I'm going to be the main stage.
I feel like for coaches especially, that's always where it's like.
Actually, no, 100 Thieves will.
They were definitely supposed to start already.
We don't get sloppy on a game like this.
That being said, he did say.
I swear this could be more. Oh, they got tech boards. That's why. It's a real tech issue.
Hey, at least it was before the game.
We're in the game right now, bro.
Like this right now. So listen, he made me.
We're already in the map.
Seem pretty comfortable.
Like.
I mean,
I'm literally going to take him down. This is before the barrier even drops. There's like 10 seconds left.
That's not bad.
What would this game actually
I would have just tried to make it work. Wait, did they get rid of what's his face?
You mean they won it?
Who?
That's true. You have me there.
Yeah. You got a follow-up on it?
Wait, when was that?
Before the season started, bro. That was literally after Champions.
We got a championship point card.
That was 8 months ago. 9 months. 10 months.
We literally just watched a map with him.
No, we haven't.
I'm pretty certain I've literally seen him.
Bro, you're delusional. He went to Gentle Mates. He played with them. That's not Gentle Mates. Oh, what's it called? M80. So he went into Tier 2. He played as a coach for them for since he left SEN. And he just took a break from coaching now. He's gone off he's gone missing on social media now.
Bro's got some new technology.
I've never heard of the face warmer.
Face warmer. He is chilling hard, but the other coach.
Bro's not played for SEN or anything to do with SEN since Champs.
He's the guy who delivers the strats for Sentinels, and we asked him to help strategize an evening with some recommendations on what to watch. Let's get those.
There we go, game's Bro's dying.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Kaplan here. So today we're gonna do a little show and tell. I'm a really big.
Also, I think they changed the rules. Normally you can't talk in shows timeouts.
So I brought some stuff.
But recently, oh no, we got more yet.
What movies I love and what movies I think you should check out.
Letterboxd.com, what's that?
First thing I've got here is a book about my favorite director, Satoshi Kon. This book's called Satoshi Kon, The Illusionist.
You're a little behind.
Satoshi Kon's awesome. He's an anime movie director. He was an anime movie director. This guy and his movies are always sitting there at the top. They're always the movies I come back to. A lot of the movies that people know and love, like Inception, are actually totally inspired. Even shots are just exactly copied from this guy's movies. So some favorites that I recommend people check out would be Paprika or Perfect Blue. So this book, Stories of Your Life by Ted Chiang, it's a short story book. This guy wrote a story called Stories of Your Life, which is the short story that inspired the movie Arrival. It's really cool to not only enjoy the movie, but to check out what inspired it. It really makes it a lot more fun to watch a movie over a second time. One of my favorite shows of all time is Cowboy Bebop. And right here, I bought this for myself. It's just a cool little watch. It's a little cowboy.
Let me get to a chat. Let's put an admin or someone who put like what the issue is, why the game's taking ages.
Which is the ship.
That's probably a tweet.
That the main character Spike flies in.
No, that won't be a tweet.
It's just kind of fun.
Get them to it by it.
Item that represents my love for my favorite show. So
you get teams meme saying, "Oh, this is the longest timeout," but you won't never get anyone talking about what timeout is.
Place Beyond the Pines by Derek C. in France. It's just an incredible movie.
Good hit to North Twitter, bro.
New England atmosphere, which is where I grew up. Number 2, Paprika, which is by Satoshi Kon. It's all about mixing kind of dream and reality and your memories. For 3, I would say would be Arrival, which is by Denis Villeneuve. The character can actually see into the future and how it would affect how you live the past out. Or maybe how you wouldn't change anything, even though you know the outcome of something. That's my top 3.
You know, there's nothing about it in the chat or anything about why it's was or ways.
Kind of watch them all, and it'll make you really think about those themes. Thank you very much for tuning into my show and tell. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it inspires you to check out some of the movies I recommended, or just kind of learn and read more about movies in general.
Why is there an MIBR few Cloud9 thingy from yesterday?
Oh. In just a moment, but news on the field: a rain delay coming through. Keyboard broken on one of our players
because of the rain. Does that mean someone spilled a Red Bull on their keyboard? What does that mean?
But
if it was a keyboard, why did
they're fixing it? And we'll get into game 2. More importantly, though.
Was it keyboard?
Yeah, they said keyboard.
I used the link, I pulled it up. I've got a list here of
and
Kaplans.
This is from Coach Kaplan.
And it's titled Cream of
We're not connecting or anything.
Spelled D-A, duck crop. First of all, he's got Arrival in there, great choice. I've also got a shout out, Drive My Car. It was up for Best Picture a few years ago. One of my personal, like this guy's got
His cable's fucked, or he's on wireless. They're gonna encourage him to go get a wired keyboard real quick.
Yeah, I'm muting these guys. I'll be right back. Actually.
Room, perfect blue. Also, I also really enjoy Place Beyond the Pines. Kaplan's kind of a real one.
He's pretty based.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just looking through Kareem of the Crop. he's got some bangers in there for real.
That's a good name. I'm not gonna lie.
I enjoyed that little segment.
Yeah, the other stuff you were showing, the watch was pretty cool. I mean, Kaplan's a man of good taste. First time I went to Seattle, he gave me advice on where to go. Had a really good dinner on his recommendation.
Just got word. The players are getting back into the game, Mimi.
Thank you for being serious. We needed that. But yeah, they are hopping in. We should be getting our game started in just a moment. As a reminder, series layout, Haven, Pearl, Split, and the stakes yet again. 2G, not
they have to go in game now.
A win on the board. They're already out of contention for playoffs and looking ahead to stage 2. For Sentinels, they're in the playoffs, but a win here means chances stay open off 100 Thieves win to make number 1
keyboard's working now.
And the bye that comes with that.
Is this a make-believe narrative if I say, honestly, this is just a good opportunity for 2G to keep getting more match practice with this squad?
I swear you just pressed E, and the E people out of TP. The E never worked.
Fake narrative?
I don't think it's make-believe. But it's also not, it's not playoffs tier, but that is what they've got.
I'm not giving them the most captivating, but I think it's true.
I'm giving you a B-.
Hey, what do they mean rain delay?
They will play that will give them practice, and I can give you that.
Like on Letterboxd, you're not getting more than 3 stars from me. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was expecting. That's like, honestly, it's like, based on how people rate on Letterboxd, that's like a 2, honestly. Maybe a 1.5.
I'm trying to be generous
They're
here.
Harsh critics.
You know. Rain delay. Yeah.
Poor field conditions.
It's crazy because
I
was on the outside when I came in, but leaky pipes.
I could have started 30 minutes late.
I don't know what's happening.
Get the room checked out.
Zekin's hand-eye coordination not looking the best.
Actually, 15.
Same thing.
And he does it again.
And the thing is, we've only got half a head.
One's half an hour, and one's a quarter of an hour.
Way there to getting back in.
Key fact, my bitch.
That's my very scientific percentage of us back in game. See, you had that. So you got to put it in the ear hole. And then wrap it around the ear. Yeah, fix the glasses, then the big ones go on top. That's what I'm talking about.
He didn't do his right one, right? Watch, he's gonna fix it.
Up on the stage there back in the LCS. You knew
Holy crap, this guy is a psychopath.
In the ear and put the over ears
he didn't stick it under his glasses. He's a psycho.
The earbuds. It was just the
That's got to be so uncomfortable. Especially with the open ears too.
LCS, yeah, I was behind Faker when he won MSI 2017. Anyways,
that's how the arena looks.
I was also there in
One moment, we have some
the touching fingers, touching tips.
We are about ready.
Yeah, they're all gay,
game.
so.
The players are prepared. Sentinels, 2G,
No comment.
all are in the server and ready.
You can't lie.
For number 1 seed
Like,
on the line. And
it's their job to be
folks,
gay together.
It's that moment. It's that time.
So what's your
match
excuse?
start presented by Samsung. Load up fast.
Excuses,
with
I'm not
Samsung
gay.
SSDs.
No, you're wrong.
Now over on the defense,
according to you,
2G going to be starting thing. No.
According to everyone in your life.
Nonsense. What are we looking at here?
I would say it's sense. I think we need to bring the nonsense in
We'll
now.
wait for a callback.
Well, look how pathetic it looks in the background now with players.
This is like
I mean, 2G's one looks good.
I wonder if this.
But Zen have like no light.
What is cinema?
It's
Oh, this
insight, actually.
observing?
Shows how much you know.
Right.
I did not
Proactive
notice
second.
John QT's calling making an
Nice.
appearance in cap.
Sentinels are looking way too confident. They know something.
Paranoia could be nice. Oscar
They're already
ready to
walking
swing
through
on.
the garage.
No, that's one thing. Since they lost to tier crew,
Wow.
one thing they've been improving on is
He didn't kill Zekin.
You're behind.
Zekin making that space.
And this guy is just full jumped
One thing they improved on since they lost to crew is their confidence.
Kill from
The
Sentinels.
John QT jumping right click classic.
You know how like you'll make a play in Valorant, but then like you don't because you're overthinking shit.
Coming after him. Oh, PX
Yeah,
That's one thing.
that
Crew
literally
makes-
just happened to me today in a deathmatch.
Still trying to fight back into sight.
Mine
He's
didn't.
down to 38 HP now.
And I played 2 more and then I
Actually,
fixed it.
After him. Oh,
Since I lost, that's what Capital's been working on them. That's why they're looking more confident and running.
Real nice for 2G this entire year, if I'm being completely honest. Like, even since the very first game when this
It's
team
also
was
like after you play on a
having
stage
some-
for
Wait,
so
what's
long.
that John
it's
today?
just
John's hoodie.
Yeah,
say
I
the
would
least
say
in
like
kickoff. He's
starting
been
in
nice.
stage 1. He's
No, he go back. Check.
Oh, he
check
was
the numbers.
paranoid,
Can
so
we
he
get
couldn't
our-
see the
can we get
mini-map.
our stat team on the
That's why he
numbers
was
for
late.
Kickoff real quick. Can we get one of those little
Didn't
pop-ups
see it.
that
I
shows how
feel
many
like
kills he was getting?
Gobera is the ultimate no-help player. Like, if he's on defense anchoring a site, and he's just as
I think it was paranoia for paranoia.
around him, he's getting a few kills more often than not.
Okay, good pick.
It's a nice pistol for 2G as well, especially after the
Unlucky
crowd
Zeus.
play completely runs amok
Yeah.
there. Both players die in garage.
Well,
They
now
just
they're
win the
where he's
3v5
there, so
anyway.
they can just walk
Sen,
over.
though, just gonna try and get the plant down on.
This is 2G's map pick anyway.
In link, ready to
Isn't?
contest.
Look, if we get 1 round, we'll be fine.
Is that right?
Why? How did he live?
Oh, no, we will, we will.
1 for 1.
The right clicking
Last
is
time, I
just
think we played
silly.
this map back to back.
Wow.
Like,
It's all right
matches.
from LZ, but not too sure what the plan for Sentinels is going to be. Narrates in spawn while his teammates are dying on site.
I mean, not too bad. That was a good paranoia for John to play off. The narrate is actually.
It doesn't matter we lost that. That is a fucking huge round.
2v2.
Yeah, we took out so many
Look at all
youngsters.
weapons. 4 rifles, and now you has no shield.
If John gets 1 kill here, it would be so good. And he does! The right click classic for Sentinels.
What are
Spin
you
it all
watching
day.
on?
Now in the 1v1,
YouTube.
shots
I
coming
always
in.
watch YouTube.
Why the fuck am I so far
2G
behind today?
can really sneak out of another round.
2 easy round wins for 2G.
Clinical textbook, in fact.
They didn't buy 5 rifles that round.
Sen had a lot of nice little simple util moments, but the player was always ready to capitalize off them. That stun into the A link, right? You know, it was a bit
That was a
like
prediction with
catching
that classic.
PXS,
That
and
was
a great
crazy.
paranoia for John swing and get that kill off. I mean, well done.
It's the classic, bro. It always
Didn't see
works.
it after it was a winnable round, but Sentinels, crazy eco damage onto 2G, spike down, like, that's pretty good, all things considered.
Look at 2G's buy here. They've got nothing. Because again, they full force last round, down to 0.
Oh.
Not exactly ideal. Maybe they can make something with a fight over A short.
think they might need,
their only gun too. So Oski getting the kill, dipping away. Now calling 4 players into A.
They might need
You know what
Zekin to start
Bangkok
shooting.
zone.
They've got Gobera pushed all the way down C long, and they have a passive info trip on B, so
He really knows a rifle
comfortable
watch.
stack over towards this A zone at the moment.
Maybe even a Reekler
Does
idea
their
for a
Cypher
short
not
round.
have a
They'll just
camo?
tuck in, stick to this 4 stack, but Gobera is really the problem.
Sentinels? Yeah, they do.
No, I know Sentinels have a cam up. Where's the other one?
Oh, 2G, no, he's even.
Gobera can't actually peek forward. So
He's doing
Sen go
retakes.
into B or an
Actually, no,
A
yeah.
split.
Wait, oh no.
He
might have
pulled it
broken.
back.
I think they're fine.
Or, oh
As
wait,
long
he
as
got
they
broke?
just don't go back
Pulled,
to
pulled back or
C-long,
broken windows.
they should be okay.
I thought the pullback
This
was
is
shorter.
A great pivot from Sen.
Pulled back 20 seconds, broken
Read the
40.
situation well.
Oh,
They're
okay.
Exploiting
It was
the one
probably pulled
area
then.
of the map that is completely
Yep.
unguarded by
They took
2G.
C.
No info over here.
Long.
And they still have an embed back.
Unaware as well.
Second is sticking
We're
around
stacking
there.
8
They're
too.
double
Back to
embedding.
him.
A decision.
They have no audio visuals, unless, what's his name? Narrate makes noise. Cypher will know.
Very low. 30 seconds at the moment.
Wait, no.
This
They
is
might
why
be
he's.
overcooking this,
Wait.
and I'm not sure. Did LZ see
No,
a gun? No,
he
yes,
didn't
for
full
sure.
clear.
That's a free kill.
I was
That's why
gonna
he
say
had
this is
corner.
why he's world class. He's clearing it all.
The time is too low. Now the C-long players.
That's why I hate that corner. Like, you have to get like so exposed from other angles just to kill that one corner.
For another rifle down in sewer, and if Gobera Barrow just stays inserted here. He can get a nice back.
Because
The rest of the team pressure make.
Yeah, there might be a way, 2G.
Really aware.
Keep creeping along.
So sells this.
Come on, do a perfect swing. Oh, not enough rank to play more.
That's another gun for 2G.
Now the
It's fine. Celsius got his.
towards spawn, the defender.
Celsius might be in it.
Celsius was a mid all around. He better have got his.
Having a good timing.
He did get his.
On the shot, give Sentinels a chance.
John QT needs to do a hell of a
Oh yeah, he's pissed from last round, bro. He's shooting.
Guerrero goes flying back towards garage. Now a double swing ready on the side of Sentinels.
Double swing. 3, 2, 1.
Faces the first, but
There you
can't get the kill.
See, Celsius got his free.
Sen, I mean, it's just as costly as the
So
first
if
two.
you hit rifle with Celsius' hands, he actually shoots back.
What a.
Yep, and he's still standing up. Still standing up. Let's go.
I would not be out of my chair for that one.
I would be staying seated and saying a good recovery, guys, because it was. Celsius caught a timing to push forward.
Says the caster. You're not playing this game, brother.
Gets the neural theft off.
Let him do what he wants.
Even if Zekin or like my teammates get 4K and I get 1 kill, I'm still standing up for that shit.
Oh yeah, bro, you won the round. Just fucking celebrate it.
You got to ensure your trash talk. Even if you get 1, just say like, I thought you guys were better than this, or like if you go against like a VCT champion winner, just be like, oh, you're champs.
He's gonna clear it this time.
Also calling in PXS to do a bit of
he always does.
Just jiggling from up on.
Oh well, this angle maybe, but the other one he didn't. That might be the greatest bait ever.
Good timing.
Yeah.
That's a free kill. Oscar gets out of there scot-free.
Sentinels.
It's weird because Sentinels are falling for the easiest shit.
Space into A and losing their smokes as well makes speeding up into the site much
They're
harder.
just not quick enough at reacting.
2G have been really committed this half to just holding their space, not overcommitting. I'm out of here. Into aggro plays, but Sen's gonna send it now.
Yeah, there we go.
A second.
Double stun is. Wait, is that a lineup?
Wait, ace.
Handedly takes all 3.
That was a beautiful relay bolt that connected all the way back into
forgot about that
John
angle.
QT's fault line. Gets the majority of default on the site.
That's even.
Execute from Sen there.
Yeah, Celsius was also thinking
Second,
about
I'm
working
running
into
him
C,
down,
maybe
just for
breaking the
fun.
trip. Had things not gone so successfully on A, he would have gone for it. But
Actually,
instead, now he's sort of allowed to do a bit
I
of
mean, they probably could.
hunting himself into garage.
Only one of them could run it down though, otherwise they'd be low.
Money for 2G down to absolutely nothing, so every kill matters that Sen can get.
I will say on a wider point too, I like this map pick for 2G because Sen it's been tumultuous going.
You guys fight. Put a bit more money, then it's best to hunt them down, but we haven't got that money, so.
Zekin playing the Neon, and if they get another win here, 3 in a row, that's pretty significant as far as just deepening their map pool as we head into playoffs and they try to run it back, get to another international tournament.
Was a
so this was a map that they were just trying to ban as much
Still
as
not
possible.
good.
They were playing it.
That stun was crazy though.
Yoru ISO look.
How much do you think the switch to Neon was the catalyst for Sentinels to improve their play on this map?
I mean, honestly, it seems like
great stun.
100%.
The stun was probably accidental, like he had a rough idea where he wanted to go.
I think Zekin's Neon is very good.
Because like he didn't line up anyway, he just tossed it at the wall. So the fact that he hit the other guy was like, that's kind of lucky.
What's with the smile?
That was not a
when you leave Boostio, that's how happy you get.
When you leave Boostio for better team.
I saw what I saw.
Same for Crashies when he left the FNS.
On the lobby default for Sen, but they head back towards the C side of the map.
Wait, so when you dart like that, like in the middle of an area, it clears like. Does it clear in front of both of them?
On an awkward buy.
Like when they threw the dart in sewer in the center of it.
Kept their economy.
Does it clear both fronts?
Gobert has got a rifle, and Gobert is the guy they're trying
No,
to walk
so he's just stalling him for pushing.
It's true, except he's about to eat
a like, you know when you go A and someone always peeks short? It's just to prevent someone from peeking it. Because they ain't gonna peek on a recon dart. If they do, then their hot player outlined. You're giving the other team a free like lineup to where your head is. So they can pre-fire your ass.
Is the verdict.
The dart is just to stall it or get a bit of info if they do push out.
I feel like LZ might just have to save. I don't think he wants to give that
I
rifle
don't think
away.
I would have thrown that second cage.
Other guys might try to get some exit frags, but even then, it's like Oski has got the Yoru ult, so not really that important to get anything done there. Silence probably wants
I always keep 1 cage on me at all times for attack. I always keep it.
Especially since he already got out of the fight though. I would have just kept the second cage just so I could see if they went back in the garage or not.
Had some good matches here and there, but
I'll do second cage on Spike. First duck on Spike, and you got a pin. Like even if you get smoked off, you know where to shoot.
Again, he's had his moments. He's had games where he gets some pretty high impact kills. He's had some great games on the Vice, but I think it's more so when it comes to the Duelist. I don't think he's peaked yet.
It could be a timeout guaranteed.
They're just gonna
2 rounds in a row now where Zekin has just got crazy value entering.
Yeah, if they give us like a long POV of Zekin, then it's gonna be
where they're placing the
Tech
relay
was-
bolt and the stun on
Tech was,
different parts of the site
timeout.
to give him pretty much a free hunting ground on the entry.
I wonder if 2G are going to try and get in front of some of these
no.
execs. Little mid
Come on.
aggro piece. They're eyeing right now with Oski and LZ set up front mid. Sentinels again geared up for a C exec, but these couple players
It was
going
just a
into
really
grass could
long
be in
pause,
trouble.
I guess.
Gobera is in trouble again, yeah.
If I was
Oh, this
2G,
time
I would have
for
timed
it.
out.
The sliding Zekin falls.
Because you're losing rounds, you shouldn't really be losing.
Just have to
Dip for
make
a
this
second.
hit happen through long, but the flood retake is already arrived.
Okay.
Gobera again.
We're, like,
lined it
hitting
up,
the site now.
overwhelmed, but he does well to get a kill. And now it's still an advantage for 2G. As they still have players backside, LZ is sneaking in, and this is just a war won by attrition.
Wait, so is this 1v4?
Yeah,
One up.
unfortunately, Bang.
I
This is
doubt it.
winnable.
Little slow
If
to
he
get
does
around
it, I'll
the
come
default
back to
box,
a
but
clip.
Kimberly, it was a very awkward situation for the team who were certainly feeling congested without having any control of Garage, and LZ was just biding his time there.
This opening kill was kind of wild too, because 2G were going for a mid aggro play. That was the original idea, breaking this cam and then
Wait, what? Cypher pre-aiming up that high.
Gobera's ready here to take this fight. Just drills him.
He is so sick, man. He really is incredible.
The Gen G spray on Mock. Wonder what the lore is there. It's back to the well on A for Sentinels. This time gonna get stuck
Game.
by that ISO undercut. Remember, this is a buffed ISO now where it's gonna suppress.
Fight in mid, gearing up for it. Silence walking down, but the rest of Sentinels are here. Re-peeking onto that angle, not so good. And LZ, yeah, he's sort of in that bunny position, but it doesn't look like Sentinels are going to walk into front B, instead trying to deal with all the Cypher util in Garage.
I kind of appreciate, though, at least, you know, signs that they are playing loose in this game. That is where Sen can be in the danger zone.
The timing on this walkdown was great, but Bang
Bang.
releases it from window, and he only gets one.
Yeah, because Sentinels weren't overcommitting into the C space, they're just trying to take a bit of Garage control. They still had that window player, so nice 1-for-1 there. That leaves B very open, and you already know Zekin's going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and essentially, I mean, based on the 2G positioning, you can't imagine them attempting to go for this. Oskia, I mean, all three of them have very little cash left.
Yeah.
EXS particularly, so it's
Oskia
looking
was
like
the op too,
yeah, we're headed towards a save type beat.
Well, it's like a 3v4. You almost want to get tempted to try and find a pick, but even that's a dangerous game.
I mean, yeah, that's really it. Like, if someone happens to walk into Oskia, that's the only opening.
I don't think they're going to get their opportunity. PXS dies to an aftershock, and Bang takes down the second gun. Oskia will save alone.
One of those, like, awkward in-betweens.
Oh, I lie? I was
My
looking
mom
at
came
the
home
one.
pissed for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm avoiding them.
Yeah, you lose the guns, and now they're only going to be playing around this op in the next round unless Zekin just...
He's very happy to see you.
Not right. Wait, I think
Corner
he saw
Seems
the
like
shoulder.
it.
My God.
I mean, he's going to get hunted down, though. 10 HP, that's easy spam. 3K for Bang on the round. Sen win that. I think
That's awkward.
the real failing for 2G, on top of losing the rifles, losing the op they bought at the end, is they went into that round with both Yoru and ISO ult. And instead of, like, I think looking for an idea proactively around that, they decided to go for the operator.
I know what
just,
around
like,
it.
slow
Oh.
look down into mid.
Apart from when,
Post plan.
apart from when narrate, no, when Bang's got a fast kill on the trade, that's the only one I saw, like, up to them.
So far, so good for the Vibes.
The other guy's not even paying attention.
Having to...
I'm not too sure what assistant coach is supposed to do. Like, I know he's supposed to sit there and take notes with Kaplan,
He's been gentle today.
but
Quick fight on
look, bro, I'm getting paid just to watch the easiest game of my life.
This is where this comp tends
Kaplan
to
ain't
thrive,
pissed, he
but
ain't stressed,
Sentinels, oh
he's
my
chilling.
God, Bang is just looking so clean today. It's
Okay, Askia, drop that fucking Vandal, bro. I'm the only one who can use that one. Drop it, bitch.
Somehow taking minimal damage through that.
So annoying.
I love that Sen are execing the site so quickly. Bang doesn't even have time to smoke, but it doesn't matter. Like, we're still just dancing around in main.
Oh yeah, they're playing
he?
literal
You can't
Overwatch.
hit the shots.
Don't tell me. it's another
You can't
save.
use smokes in Overwatch.
Force, by the way. You know, Bai was, I suppose, decent enough to get into the round, but...
Oh, look, they're hunting, they're hunting.
This entire game, 2G have just been in a terrible economic position.
The econ's bad. They always have their ults. not finding a place to use them because Sentinels are always getting a kill within the first 5 seconds of the round. This time they got 2 kills.
Is it normal to be able to look at your minimap and still aim?
Pretty sharp today.
Because I've seen several times that some of these players aren't doing that.
Would you like to issue an apology for the
No, it's not normal.
I mean, he didn't shoot.
Because I can do that.
That had no impact on his aim. Right. That was positioning, not aim related, not a curse.
Wow.
It's gonna be a bad habit though, that's the only thing.
Would you consider it sharp to be
He would have had to shoot
Aiming
Just
while
to make
looking
you
at your
keep-
He was
minimap?
out in the middle of C
Not if I know
Yeah,
everything.
checking
Not if I
his
know
camera. Would you
what
consider
everything
that
looks
sharp?
like.
Didn't fire a shot.
Yeah, but like,
Talking about
it's
aim.
gonna make you keep looking at minimap too much. I used to be able to do that, but now I don't.
Give it to you. This is sharp.
I would agree with that. I mean, the last shot is just
Nice
stunning from
round.
Bang.
Except for the
Did you
hunts,
take
I
their
guess.
first time?
Thanks for showing us that again.
Yeah, we needed that.
Who has the best eco in all
2-0
of Pro
taking
Play?
their first time out of the game here.
Huh?
And it seems like a
Who
lot
has
of
the best?
problems
Who has
have
had the
been
best
losing
eco
this
in all
A
of Pro
lobby
Play?
fight every time.
I
That
mean,
tends to be what
Well, like
Cuban
earnings
so
or-
Most money.
for.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were
In-game?
joking about when we were doing our
I don't know.
our sports
Here's a sport
We're doing our
broadcast. a bit.
broadcast. What do you mean joking?
Oh, yeah, what do you mean, John? This is
Can't see it until
No
someone
one
shows
ever
it.
goes.
You don't
game.
take your job seriously?
You're taking it back to the pre-show. This Sentinel squad, they are playing to win. It's coming down to who wants it more, and it's
Yeah,
clearly them.
hold on.
But actually, though, Zelsis is clearly wants this. Like he's trying pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
He's going to do the fake sports, leaves it on the field, wants it more, and then be like, but actually he just simply does.
I mean, it does look like he wants it more.
Get my man
He's
on
getting
ESPN.
pretty excited. I mean, listen, the first seed is it's pretty important. You know,
Yeah, one game away
you
from
get that
Toronto.
bye in the upper bracket. Yeah, you get your one game you're in. That's kind of nice.
I've got another narrative for you.
Oh,
Okay.
hit me.
Everyone's talking about top 3 teams in VCT Americas. Cloud9, G2, MIBR, all Omega Group. But people have forgotten this Sentinels lineup who looked so good
I think
earlier
they
in
actually
the
have.
year.
I think that's a real
I'm saying
narrative.
it in the dumb voice, but it is
Right.
legitimately a real
I know.
narrative that I think stomping this group out, winning 4-1, would prove a lot for Sen that they are still that team.
I agree. I think that they're pretty underrated at the moment.
Yeah,
just
do you think
because of
they
the
could
group
beat the
quality
Dodgers?
disparity.
Yeah, they just lost 15-0 to the Cubs today.
How does
Christy.
Zekin square up against Shohei? No baseball fans? I that was for Mimi.
I gave you
Yeah, that
one
was
baseball reference. I didn't want to. I
Oh.
didn't want to get too committed. You know? Just praying on their
Interesting.
downfall.
2G, they're on the.
No baseball fans? I that was for Mimi.
I gave you
Yeah, that
one
was-
baseball.
The hoodie
reference.
that Junkie has is no, it's not even out yet. I need it though.
Praying on their
Interesting.
downfall.
2G, they're on an eco again.
Yeah.
The 20th time in this game.
Not to max out on talking about ults, but the fact that they have held their ults means they're not going to get to cast them more than once this half, which is brutal.
Yes, and normally, like, so your is an ult chaining comp,
Yes.
where every other round
Yeah.
you're like alternating one of those ultimates. They haven't even used their Sova ult to like support the lobby fight. Like,
Yeah, at some point, surely at some point, we get a retake Dimensional Drift Hunter's Fury combo.
you'd think.
Something along
I don't
those
think
lines,
2G have gotten to really play a
No,
retake.
they've died 2
they're
players
just-
in the first 20 seconds every round.
Yeah, they're pushing up.
Oh, 2G is so fucked. The second on site, they're fucked.
And
2 of them are
see
stunned.
against
After
Hawk,
shock,
Sucker
The second the
stuck in
wall
corner,
goes out
silence.
is like
He
when it
finds a gap.
happened. Because then they can't see him anymore.
Second, still in health. It's a little awkward, but from the top
They need
row,
to
so
place him in
good.
heaven, maybe.
You're missing
They're
WrestleMania.
Unless he's
so
dying.
aware that someone could be playing in that corner, or rather would have to tuck in that corner to dodge the aftershock. So they're so thorough that they still
Still
paranoid
winnable
that spot.
for
The only
2G.
spot a player
It's a
can
hit
get
of
into.
shots.
It's so regimented.
No, it's not winnable.
That's just clean.
Maybe if they had
Slide
10s on
in
their team.
for the second.
But he's
Gilberto.
retired, so.
He's gonna be next up to die. Wyatt, I know
He's in Pacific right now. He's in Korea.
Round 2?
But you got a little WWE.
Bro, you seen that clip when Zekin done that
Yeah.
weird dash thingy?
We
It's
got a
funny.
frog splash.
He
We
was
got the
styling
Russo
on.
splash off the top rope. We're all
Yeah.
Not here
I
to
don't
explain
get
it
the-
to me.
Everyone was
If
laughing.
GB was here, if only. But listen, Sen,
Hey,
I
nice
am
jacket.
What even better?
how they're running
What
this.
made better as well, who they were playing against, they even gave up. They just allowed him to just dash. They just stood there and just had the knife out.
Have we seen a team do that yet? Like give an IGL a
I
specific
want to
jacket?
believe that, Wyatt.
They're doing the Rafa
No.
impersonation. They've had these for
That'd
10
be
rounds.
fun. Just give a
Wait,
custom
that
shirt
No
to
team
each
does that.
player.
Ouch.
That is cool.
That's
Well,
diabolical.
I know Fnatic has custom jackets where you can put your name on the back of them.
He's not even playing.
Sentinels has custom bags. Everyone has like custom like things
Zekin's an honest
for
boy.
players.
Oh, here we go.
It's just
Ult's
wherever-
getting used. ISO ultimate. PXS gets one on the ult, but Narek wins in the gulag.
GG's is over. 13-3.
And like you said, Chrissy, they won't have those again this half.
Unless they ace now.
Who's the IGL?
A world.
There's always a world.
My bad, G2's actually good.
Only the cam on B. We've seen Trip here a few rounds. I was thinking maybe Zelsis was going to try and take the timing in.
I accidentally said G2,
so he knows it's possible to lurk B. A cam is actually just a bit of a PXS to play.
Yeah, no, G2 is actually good.
Who's the IGL? I thought you said IGL 2G. Oh wait, never mind. They're actually good. I'm like, wait, I was so confused. LZ, there's always the person in the middle who should be the IGL. But for Sentinels, they changed the seats around a little bit.
Zekken is trying to run all the way
Typically, Riot wants the IGL in the middle, but you can like change your seats around if you want.
Well, here comes the Yoru ult retake. No Sova to combo with, but still has some teammates to come in. Surely Oski has a...
What they've done for Sen, they put like the orders in the middle of the young people. Like, you know how the younger ones have like the weaker mentals, or they need a bit more like morale support or that shit. Originally, it went Zekken, Zelsis, John QT, Bang, and Nari. But what they've done is move Bang and John, just so both the orders can like fist bump both, both sides of the youngers.
Are they saving? They gotta go. 2G has to run, but they're going straight into Bang.
That ult was
down. Bang! Unbelievable as the anchor.
Everybody on SEN is shooting right now. Also, it looked like Zekken had a dimensional drift.
Bro, Bang is fucking insane.
Hanging for the Hunter's Fury. That was ridiculous. I would love to see that from his point of view there.
That's pretty. How did... Oh my god, just the vandal.
If only 100 Thieves kept Bang.
He's running through his own teammate's ult to get the kill, using it like a flashbang.
Wait, Bang's top frag. Bang, Zekken, Zelsis.
Oh, that was not what I was going for.
I mean, they're playing good Valorant.
Fast C hit. Here we go. Hello, go.
When you play smokes enough, you have to have good discipline. Same with Sentinel too.
Hey, he's 1 for 3 there. That's a good batting average.
I'm surprised Zelsis isn't top frag.
Well, and Chrissy, that was a single.
No, Zelsis is playing perfect. Which way?
The 2 times he's
Cycle.
He's only had a sheriff.
Sure.
He's playing perfect. If you're playing like me, they could be.
I'm coping.
But he's actually playing how he should be.
But
his teammates did. His teammates did.
Point stands. I mean, yeah, it feels like 2G have never had guns. If I'm being real, there's not an
second space.
No, it's 2008 out here, and the spam is just coming through. Sentinels, no trouble locking this down. This round down, that is.
Yeah, this is one of those kind of games
he's spamming.
Second.
Where for the desk afterwards,
we're going for the funny hits right now.
So we can look at the
funny play
at the bottom and note that every time 2G went around, yeah, they
were just fucking flicking left and right. He had no intention of hitting him.
2G have only won a single rifle round.
Yeah.
No, let's say on his POV again.
Their anti-eco after winning the pistol was so
look, he had no intention.
Immediately shut down from that point.
Nice, boys. Come on. This is about as
Bro, just be finding angles, or like shooting angles where they should be. I mean, just flicks them to someone else. It's crazy.
Last round, another gun round. Honestly, if they could get this 4-8, it would feel.
Oh shit! It's last round of it off.
Another pistol. There is a
this one coming quick.
Yeah, let's go 2-0 quickly. I want an hour-long match. Put these noobs in their place.
Can he get the kill this time?
I'm debating if I want to see 100 feet as a crew. It kind of does have an impact on where some places.
Like a human meat shield doesn't even
Bang is up in luck getting kills, and now finally, after the stun runs out, Zekken's getting a 2K. Sure.
We breach ult our own teammate. He waits until everyone's not stunned, swings backside, dry, gets 2 kills.
You know what would have been?
Bro, I can do edit. I think it's like 3-6 or something like that. I said it'd be 30-3. It's 3-8.
And then you kill the player backside. Hey, Kaplan, write that one up.
Second gets a window.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
When did that even happen?
He used his dimensional drift.
Second and bang that pad, top back.
I'm gonna be real. SEN, every execute.
Look, they didn't even worry the rest. They're just like, this is easy.
No one missed a shot.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate for SEN because they need a competition.
For them, this is just another. Wait, that's Bray. This can kill accidental.
We head to the bottom of the first map when we return.
Don't worry.
For them, this is just like another 100-piece match. Just nothing. It means nothing to win.
Timeout.
No, it's not time. It's not time.
Oh. It's finna say, dude. They're stalling now.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't be. You know, at Verizon, we'll pay.
You know what the most toxic thing is? You could do your timeouts.
16 on us.
Use a timeout, right? Then play out the round, and then call a timeout for the round after.
Bro played an unskippable ad in YouTube.
I haven't got that.
No, the freaking iPhone ad.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that one.
It was embedded into the stream.
Oh, yeah, I haven't paid attention.
What the heck? I've never seen that.
Oh, now I got an actual YouTube ad. I heard an ad. I was like, oh, it's probably just one of these VCT ones. And it sounded like one what VCT would not partner up with or anything, so I'm like, oh wait, it's a good ad.
Thought I was on Twitch for a second. Oh, they're finna yap for a while, aren't they? Alright.
No, it goes back into the game, Thomas.
Does it?
Halftime. Yes.
Yeah, well, I thought halftime was,
Oh.
Or... No, maybe. I think I'm thinking about the champions.
No, even the champs didn't do that, Thomas. It's only like between games. Game 1, game 2.
To start this game, and I'm hoping for one thing. There's 3 of us here. Is there any 2G copers who can sell me a comeback on Haven? It's their map choice.
So you have for like 10 seconds and then we get in the game.
Well, I would say based on that information, look, this is 2G's map choice, right? So they've got to be favored on it. Second of all, this is their last match of stage 1, so they practiced all these other weeks to get ready for this moment.
Why, your counterpoint?
Oh, my counterpoint is at center 9-3, and they're playing perfectly, and they're all
Oh, yes. Yes, I love what Sentinel's doing. I love this part.
They're not going to shoot anymore because Gobera is the GOAT of pistols.
Not him, but Astia. What is going on? Everyone is blind. Bang.
Bang.
Still taking the time to break the dart, and Sentinel stay even through that.
Bang's feeling like that
Bang's still
guy.
looking for this.
Oh
They're
my
high
God.
and he's still killing them.
Outrageous. They're going for more as well. LZ getting swung on.
Every time he's stopped, he just he's peeked wider.
But have I ever told a lie?
The aforementioned Gobera pistol round hypo.
One thing I can't lie, Bang scared me when he shot us over the dart.
In this
it's like, bro, your name's right next to you. So the fact you got the toe dart broken.
I think there was someone else
on the attacking side of Haven
was after.
all year.
No. So how does he win this round?
He's gonna have to land some shots.
I think
He doesn't have any
I know why
kills with.
Unfortunately,
he's gonna have to deal with
in the last few matches
Nary potentially droning an attack.
they're known to
like fault line into a
save us save a recon, breach done,
it's going to be
and
somewhat
the like the C-long push.
I'm gonna be real.
Because it's a bit slow, they weren't expecting it really.
Finishes C.
That's all well and good, but also they're kind of low HP.
That's the only reason why I didn't favor. They save detail as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I
they
like
detail
the way
after
he's
this
doing right
fight.
now. We're doing a lot of clearing, good information.
Is there a specific way you silent drop from stairs?
After this, you'd imagine. If
Or do you just walk off of it?
I can't remember how you do it.
Okay.
I thought to hold left shift and then just
when I'm in game, I can't remember if it's like crouch and then let go of crouch when you fall, or you hold it the entire way, or my brain just...
Wait. Gobera could have timing.
No,
they're holding around, getting watched.
No, we're good. John Cutie's
get a kill.
Unfortunate.
IGL diff. IGL diff. Wait, I don't know why I wasn't IGL.
Even the body shots, sadly. And it's looking like this
He
is
was
going to be a
dead
wash for
before
Sentinels, who continue to just play so well. I mean, obviously you don't have tons of utility to use on your pistol round, but regardless of that, they made the most of what they had with that C-long push.
I've never known Sentinel or any other team to actually make a specific iron for IGL.
Bang and John. He gets that first crazy kill spamming through the box, and then they just
I feel like if everyone was like has that hoodie, I feel like Celsius would definitely wear it.
This is just looking so smooth, so effortless from them.
It just says buy the
We aren't forcing.
Down 3-10.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Dude, Sentinel's luck this game is insane.
Luck? This is the average.
Dude just shot through a wall and destroyed his HP. You can't tell me that's not luck.
Sentinel seemed to be
I do it all the time.
It's a great stun. The B hit is stalled out. Paranoia now comes in, and John.
Oh, John!
Here, clean shots from Sentinels, flawless anti-eco.
I can confirm it has been
I mean, they're
10 seconds since I last
I'm just sitting here hyping them up for. This hasn't been over a 20-minute game, maybe 25-minute game, but because they were just hitting, they were slamming sites on the
And I don't want to get too ahead of
but
myself, but I feel like winning a map like this, if they can do this the second map series, like winning a series dominantly.
They're winning Toronto. I agree.
Not quite.
No,
where
that's not where you're going. Oh, okay.
I was
sorry.
going more so that like. After kind of like some close games, having a bit of a lull at the beginning of stage 1, coming back from Bangkok, like just getting into playoffs with dominant stomp first seed, like that's just the dream for SEN.
No, I like my story better.
That they're winning Toronto?
Yeah.
Why not?
I really
think...
think...
You have a cube in your house?
No,
I'm not gonna lie, Robert gave me a Cubert.
Did he actually?
Yeah, the one that I used to cast the other weekend.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I got to take that home.
Really?
Yeah.
I want free things. I would take
Get this man a free thing!
But, no, genuinely, I'm going to take this back to something I said earlier, though.
Please.
If this SEN team is this good on Haven, that I truly believe has some pretty big implications for them making Toronto and going on a run in the playoffs, because I don't think there are any other teams that are like, we are the
Haven's a hard map to
team
become
in the playoffs right now.
So many
I think all the other teams are certainly susceptible to losing to SEN playing like this.
Here's the execute.
And there's more, I'll say it's more excited. Because like, it's more easier for you to actually rotate
Nothing but a bulldog shutting them down.
than it actually is to like defend rotate, you know?
Here, stunned by his own teammate. Doesn't matter. He's trying to find a kill. Silence gets it back, and it's a 2v2 out of nowhere.
It's fine.
Great
I know,
snappy
but
shot
still,
from
it should have
Silence,
been a
getting the
win.
spike down right now safely.
That should be an easy.
John doesn't have any utility kill.
Look.
Last player standing.
1v1. Stinger for Celsius. He dips away. Shield up for another 5 or so seconds. Celsius swings right into him. And Silence, 4 kills.
Who gives shit anyway? We took out 4 rifles.
But still, they lose
2G's
every
fucking
gun. That is way too close for 2G, but you'll take what you can get.
I mean, yeah.
Look, if they want util, like full util for everyone, they have to either life shield or no vandal.
Especially because the start of this was terrible from 2G, right? Narrate found the spam on the smoke into long, but Silence was able to get himself into backside, get a few kills, get the spike down. And taking this angle too, it's really nice up against the Stinger. No wall pen on that gun, so there's no chance for Celsius to trade.
Yeah, he just hard forces the angle, plays it at range, and the crosshair placement just like slightly to the right was perfect for how Celsius.
Dang, we're getting right into the rounds.
And now has that kill contract that could win 2G an important round, a round worth 2 that would essentially win SEN the game. If they take it here, it would put 2G on an egregious spot.
Yes. What the heck was that, dude?
You couldn't see the second player.
Oh, Bang got kidnapped.
Okay, does Bang win the one in here though against the shield?
Oh my god. Ace.
Infallible today. Back up to full health. I'm feeling an ace.
We all are, bro.
It's too soon to say that, but he's 21-7, a 3.0 KD this game.
Come on, boys.
Bang's playing a ranked game right now.
Position for it. He's the one who's going to take this fight.
Rank, this is Swift.
Angle Bang. 2G
5-round
together. Bang trying to PXS
that's when you watch him.
The ace slips away.
2K.
But with these stuns coming in, there's
2K.
2G are gonna turn that kill into anything.
Bang just outright wins them another round.
How it feels based in.
Perfect with the aim, reading the situation, perfect spam angles. I mean, not so much aim, just intuition and awareness of where the players would be. Just gets 2 free ones.
I like the maximum nonchalance, like #1 he's holding up there too.
Wait, I think Bang's been taken twice in that ult, and he has not lost it yet.
And got the kill in the ISO.
ISO was a decision, like I said.
Maxchalant?
I would be.
He may be good, but not with this team.
Yeah, I get that. But you've never won.
Honestly, you'd probably be better off ISO and Neon.
And you're usually on ISO.
I'm not on ISO. I don't play the agent.
Because then we can just run together.
Wait, I think you got Euro on the enemy team on 2G.
I think this is a good choice of a time for a timeout, considering if 2G loses
I
this
don't
round,
think I've
they
seen
lose the
that
map.
That's
Maybe
a really good point, Wyatt.
I haven't been paying attention.
We really got to.
I think they have it already, though. I feel like I wouldn't make that up.
Be open to it.
Do you think
That's
since
just
we're
such a crazy
today,
pick.
one of us could walk in and just pretend to be a coach
Just
for
start pacing
LPA?
behind one of the teams.
Captain can talk if he wants, but there's nothing for him to say.
Do they? I mean,
Game for yourself.
No, he's in a jersey.
Wait, who wears
Honestly,
a suit?
just keep it for after the game.
Psycho,
Just
but
relook
he doesn't
over.
coach Valorant anymore. But he
Hey,
did.
they have a year.
Dude, when I walked
ain't
into
you in.
Champions Istanbul 2022 wearing this suit, let me tell you.
Oh, cool. They got a
coaching
Twitch link
accent.
now. This part of the game.
Wait, we have Twitch chat on the screen.
Yeah, we got this yesterday. Bang, so good.
I mean,
that's what they're saying.
G 1997 is correct.
Yo, we don't want
I
Twitch chat
agree.
on this stream, trust
I mean,
me.
again, I agree. He is shooting.
He is shooting.
Unless it's moderated now.
Any other take?
Wait, you're listening muted.
YouTube's not moderated. Twitch is.
Icon? It was the mute.
Well, that's why they're only showing Twitch.
Eggsy?
They couldn't
$1 billion
listen to
company.
You're not very chill, Eggsy. Don't like you.
I mean,
They should both. But mostly Twitch has more, like, less needing to go down moderating ship.
Yapping into the void.
Oh my god, second.
A lot of damage on Tosca there in Garage.
What is his crosshair?
4 SMGs, by the way, for 2G. 3 Stingers. Oskia.
Wait, are they all going on different crosshairs now?
Into Garage against a fairly passively positioned Sentinels. They are happy to take some long-range duels.
Any day now.
What's usually by Stinger, Vandal,
Trying to explore
Stinger
into
Spectres.
Garage here.
They all
Second is
2 away.
on both long angles. And that feels like the nail in the coffin. They're going to be
As long
executing
as
into the site.
Cypher
Zero
or...
smokes.
Yeah, base
All
Cypher,
good.
really.
A little dart bait, not too bad, but Zekin's still moving. And
Nice.
Zekin's
2
just
kills.
mowing
Wait,
them
Ace?
Spraying through the teammate. Now the Omen ult bangs.
Ace?
Through, but Zeki might not
He's
need
gonna
it.
get, I was gonna say, he's gonna
But
get an
his
ace, but
gets
banged
stolen.
it.
13-4. Sentinels. A banging opening here on Haven. It
Yeah,
wasn't
no, this
their
game's
map
too
pick,
early,
but they
no
are
way.
still dominant.
That was a stunner.
Peril's a strong map for Sen.
Might be, or
Wait,
is
yeah, look,
is
there's
what I'm
nothing on
trying
the
to
back of the
rack my
hoodie
brain. The most
for,
dominant Sentinel
John.
wins so far in stage 1.
There's no IGL like
the
passing
most. It looks like they never gave 2G a chance. They didn't ease up whatsoever in terms of the aim, the
I'm gonna
execution
sit
on
to it. I know
the
there's been some shit
attack
talking. I
side
need to see
were
it.
flawless. Every single piece of utility showed clear intention and was
I want you to
capitalized
actually,
off
because G2 likes to tweet a lot of
That was
shit
just
way more
crazy
than
good win.
Bang 22-8 to end the game. Zekin 20-17 right behind him. Those two were
20 to 7.
outstanding.
Sorry,
this round.
you just slandered Zekin. Only 7 deaths.
My bad.
On that guy. And like his entry pattern, like his stuns were always finding their mark. The follow-up util, whether it was a paranoia or fault line like you've been talking about, Wyatt, always there for Sen.
Yep. Several
No
moments
shit
where there
from,
were players
G2.
trying to trade on
That's a
to
shock.
Bang, and they just can't. Just aim
Maybe
bots
they
to
should
the
have a
next
lot
player.
when it comes to, like,
It's
matches.
insane. The reactions to make those flicks.
Jess?
It was a really outstanding map one for Sentinels. They take the lead in the series, but 2G,
Quick rapid
they
fire.
have a chance to rally back as we head to Sentinels home turf in map 2.
We've got like 10 minutes ago. I'll wrap it. And I got, you know.
Yeah, sure. Hold on, sorry.
One. Look, wait.
simultaneously, but bang from behind. So will he grab the 4 for the 1v1? What a beast!
Pega dois jogadores do LZ, então LZ com muita mira, LZ!
Kaplan, I got to ask you before you head into map 2, even the casters were saying it, it's one of the more dominant games we saw in a series. What was the plan of attack coming into today?
Yeah, just mostly play our game. To be honest, didn't expect them to pick Haven, but we were happy about it. We had an idea that they might play that comp because it's what they did last, and we just talked general stuff about, you know, how do we want to play against that comp. Gunter had some incredible detailed ante, which I won't reveal, but it really paid off big time, and I think the guys look really comfortable first time playing in this this stage, and yeah, just happy with how it's going.
Awesome. Good luck in map 2.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, like this, I understand people need some tactile.
Poor Daniel!
What is happening?
What are you doing to Dan, bro? Poor eyes, man.
Is that? Okay, listen.
I'm surprised the stitches are still on this.
Don't knock it till you try it. Just give it a good, it does feel nice. You should cup yourself a little Dan to it. It's like generally Wyatt. How dare you? No, I see where Wyatt is coming from. I'm here for it. I'm also here, of course, for a dominant showing from Sentinels, and it was like obviously the compositions looking different there. G2, 2G rather, they're coming in swinging, hoping to hit those shots, but for Sentinels, it was all about those beautiful executions, those beautiful setups.
Yeah, no, literally, every single time they exit their site, there was like 3 different spots that were stunned, setting up Zekken for success to get those easy kills.
Yeah, actually, if we were looking at it, and I like what Kaplan was mentioning with Rivington when, you know, Gunter found some cool little antes to play. I don't know necessarily what it could be, but if you're looking at this game, they had great opportunities to execute with a lot of utility against like a one player on site. So allowing Zekken to, you know, do his job, get the first entry, but as soon as he wins that duel, the amount of times that he just stays inside the site and capitalizes on more kills, because it almost seems like the rest of 2G had no choice but to try to play a flood retake and to try to find some sort of like off timing because of the composition that they had. They just didn't have a chance to walk back into the site here for 2G.
I mean, their composition is all about fighting. They're running that double duelist, but it's hard when you're going up against a team like Sentinels where all 5 of them are aimers. They can aim. You're just dry swinging into them.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it in the Gulag as well. Science did whatever he could, right? In the 1v1s, you're playing against Narrate, and we hyped up Narrate so many times, but he didn't really have to pop up as much because Zekken, again, was doing everything. But when he did, easy fight in the ISO Gulag. We miss GB.
He's always with us. Yeah, he's with us in our hearts, and also apparently right there. Those things are actually really disturbing. Also, of course, disturbing if you're in the receiving end of those sharp shooters from Sentinels. Zekken got set up so nice. He had a phenomenal performance. He's just like, sure.
Dude, he's still got his head in the game.
Leave me alone. I got a job to do.
Exactly. I haven't won the series yet. We still have to open things up. But again, we have a chance here to see the highlights of what we're talking about this time in the POV of Zekken.
Wekken? Well, I don't understand. Someone explain like I'm 5.
W winning?
Wekken?
Oh, like a dot. Oh.
Yeah. W Zekken. Wekken. He's wicked. But yeah, this is what we're talking about, right? Like, look at him always inside the spawn. So when you're trying to move back into the retakes, and you're looking at the comp that you currently have here, when they've always also shut down Asuka in the very beginning of these rounds, what flashes do you really have for a retake for the side of 2G? So Zekken could just hold that. He has mini gulags inside the smokes, and he's just winning them all.
No, and he's constantly pushing everything, even when there's no util for him to, like, really bounce off of. He's just that confident.
Yeah.
He's confident in himself and in his team, of course, to have his back. That's, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. That's real friendship right there. And we hope that's something that will carry the opposition towards maybe a map victory here. Let's hear what Coach Faith has to say ahead of map 2.
I am here with Faith before map 2. Looking at how strong Sentinels was in that game 1, how do you reset and what are you looking for from the team in map 2?
Oh, it's more about us. We had like a lot of problems in Pro before, and we managed to fix a lot of things since the last game against Crew, so we are fine now. We're gonna be good.
All right, can't wait to see the changes. Good luck on the map.
Thank you.
Oh no. Oh no, he's back to the, we're fine, it's fine. I heard this before, that was literally in their first match, like, it's fine, it's fine. I don't know if Faith is going to be an uphill battle. We're heading to Pearl. This is Sentinel's map pick. It's their home ground now. Obviously, they're playing a good record. We've seen 2G on this map as well, a little less successful.
Ups and downs for sure, but mostly down on the last time. And I think that was against Crew, if I'm not mistaken. But just as the coach mentioned, they've fixed things up, and hopefully it's going to get better. But remember, when we started this game, I was saying maybe the map veto would be good for 2G if they could switch things out and bring maps where they could maximize a jet. Haven, you could have done it. You brought out a Yoru because you're trying to play the Fnatic comp that you're used to. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. This time, you also have, once again, the opportunity to do it, but they're also still playing a Yoru on that comp the last time they played in the last 2 times, rather. So hopefully, we're going to see a little bit more changes or something that would activate Asuka a little bit more, because if you're going head-to-head against these duels on paper, everybody's winning against 2G so far for Sentinels.
Absolutely. Well, we'll find out if they can bring it back or if Sentinels can close this one out. It's their map pick. Pearl is coming up right after the short break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey guys, my name is Harris Heller, and I've been a full-time YouTuber for over 10 years now. And if you are a YouTuber or you're trying to be a YouTuber, one of the smartest things you can do is to make your videos more clickable. I mean, guys, you spent all that time making the video, spend 5 extra minutes just making sure your video gets seen. And TubeBuddy has a bunch of really easy tools to help you do that. Tools like Click Magnet that analyzes your titles, your thumbnails, your descriptions, and gives you simple recommendations that'll help it get seen and clicked on by more people. Or their A/B testing tool that lets you A/B test your titles and thumbnails and descriptions to make sure your video isn't missing out on views just because you didn't title it properly. Or even bulk tools that let you edit all of your videos at once, so if you drop
Welcome back.
Welcome back to VCT Americas. Map 1 dominant for Sentinels. They're up 1-0 in this series and keeping their chances of a #1 seed in the group. Keeping their chances of a #1 seed in the group alive. On to the series.
Not bad.
We're back here with the Criminal against Stuffed Penguins, Wyatt and Christy. Sentinels heading into their map choice now of Pearl and picking into the same composition.
Yeah, riveting one here, mirror matchup between the 2 teams. Honestly,
this is a new map,
Pearl anything like they were playing on Haven. This is going to be a quick one, but we'll see what 2G can have in store for us here. Off the Sentinel roll. Maybe a little bit more active fighting with the pack on this one.
I'm looking at Silence again. I kind of pointed him out on map 1 because I don't think his duelist so far in stage 1 has been as good as it looked when the team was qualifying through Ascension, where he was taking over games consistently. It's actually been the Vice, where he's been at his best.
Because Sova, he's good, but he's not
his play
like the best
on the defense side around this agent.
Like,
it's really stood
when
out
you look at
his best.
When you look at the map,
so
it's like
maybe he can be the catalyst.
The map is a bit.
I mean, an upset's
a bit rough on attack,
real, but maybe they can keep
so having like a fatal
they can have a
more useful
nice,
into KO.
close, competitive game against
Sova is good, but it's just not.
Team.
It's basically more of a post plan, really. Like, weak on site and then you're done.
I love how you were selling me, and I was starting to believe him. Like, okay, you're right. Talent has been really good on the Vice, and then you just
actually get more space. You can get more info. You got more stuff to retail.
You tried to maintain your credibility. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Why are you handing me a water?
And since Fatal's like, it's not I can go anywhere and scan you from anywhere.
Silly out of here.
That's fucking crazy. Well, Sova Dark, if it's too high, it won't scan you. If it's too low, it won't scan you.
He's being kind.
This is a serious moment.
Please. Talk me through it then, what?
So they're droning.
See, apart from shooting like your dart and roof, there's no actual good spots for your solo dart to land.
The big thing.
All right, they're set up for a split into the A side here for 2G.
You're more beneficial with
3 and 2. Narrate. I want the police things over here.
Normally it would be like a fade KO, it would be a fade...
setup, all things considered, from Sentinels. Like, they're just looking to play into the retake here.
Yeah, going for
a quick
retake.
Like,
Two players walking through double doors here.
And then it went to that KO base.
So not going to help if Narrate and your Cyclers are just dead.
Husky, a good 2 big kills already, so it basically comes down to this push through.
Whilst the game keep updating their agents, new comps coming out every day.
At least 1 kill, but...
And you've got Fnatic, well not Fnatic, but you've got EMEA. EMEA is always known for making new comps and trying new shit out. That's the only reason Vice and US right now being used because of EMEA.
Timing, and especially now, super winnable for SEN.
Aster pull early.
Wow, where John is.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, that art fight for John is perfect. Second, 2 with like 3K there. I mean, that round, don't forget, that started off as a 5v3 in 2G's
remember, like, maybe people are going to use a meta agent.
It's in those
so when you get used to those meta agents, it won't matter because you know how to handle that shit.
Yes, they have some crossfires.
Like, everyone's using the same agents. You look at my ranked games.
Remember that was in Dugout, and then they have the cross from main, but the second...
At least like 70% of my games have like the same agents while getting into pro play.
Quite deflating.
Like basically same comps. Just like maybe 1 or 2 changes, that's it.
Take that off angle.
Throughout the entire map.
He was so aware. So aware in that situation that LZ was going to be on the slow rat back.
Like right now, I'm used to playing against basically everyone but Breach. I'm starting to get a bit more like used to Breach because I'm seeing more played.
Feel like it could maybe be close. Got 1 early rifle round. The Sentinels are just back on the horse immediately.
So 2G's credit here, like Oskia picking up the orb there over in B main, getting a few kills in the last round. Like we're looking at a situation where round 3 even. Both our Yorus could have ults on.
I think I'm gonna watch 100 beeps.
3-4.
Great. I'm not just a bit up. I'm just gonna get some people.
I want to see 2G playing better around. I was pretty disappointed how they were playing around their ults in that first half of Haven, especially. That's got to be locked in for this map too.
Now I do want to know that 2G have taken their time getting back over towards A main, waiting for that teleport, the gate crash to actually expire. If Second was pushed up here, so he's just forced to retreat. He didn't have a getaway.
But he's replaced his gate crash. Oh, it's 1 bullet, 1 kill.
Calling the pullback star there as well. Like, come on.
I've been sleeping until 12.
Nasty work from Zekin.
I've been on
now
the
they're going to walk through this smoke. Hello, John QT. Turns the flash. There's 1. And no more actually coming from it, but the rest of the team has got his back. Sentinels should be able to clean this one up nice and easy.
Yeah, nice and easy. Just about sums it up.
I swear that position that John is playing in when you tuck close against the smoke in
Shame does Spider-Man for a bit.
So much value.
It
never gets hard clear. Like you're only
played Valorant, played SMP, back to Valorant.
If someone is facing forward and pushes through exactly
literally run into you and like feeling that like, let me spam this.
Yeah, I swear this position has been getting so much value since Pearl's been back in the rotation.
And for sure you see it on Pearl, but I think you'll see that similar spots can appear on a lot of sites in Valorant too, where especially if that smoke is just blooming out a little bit into the site.
Is anything going on Sunday? It's 20th. Now
the producers just told me that was Ben Affleck.
I was going to say, it looked like him. What's that actually? Okay.
Random?
Okay. Cool.
That's what, I don't know, the thing is.
Ben Affleck's
he was a chance LA.
I can't watch China or Pacific, because China and Pacific are too like early for me, like 10 and 12 a.m.
The accountant?
You start at like...
I saw the account.
Oh, I actually think what it is, I forget who I was talking to. Champs LA 2023. I'm gonna yap after this kill happens because it's a little weird.
Pacific starts at 9 a.m. for me. I'm never awake that time.
He's a pretty big fan of Valorant.
China.
So his like dragged him to multiple Valorant events, and I imagine the Sentinels watch party is no different.
Well, you say getting dragged to Valorant events like it's a bad thing, like you wouldn't just.
It's not 10 a.m.
Well, I imagine most fathers
like,
aren't as into esports as their children, but might be supportive. I don't know, maybe he loves it.
EMEA in America is
Vance is more into Valorant than his child.
That is true. His child's also like 3. I don't
Tomorrow is 20th.
My case.
Nothing for America's EMEA. Well, no, it's EMEA in a month. EMEA is nothing tomorrow.
Mid now after unfortunately losing one.
America's has
SEN have pushed all the way out
Evil
of
Geniuses versus Loud, and they're versus NRG.
Very clear link in. Well, not in
so
the
nothing
entire
too important.
Dimensional Drift was expiring, but SEN for the most part stacked up towards A. looking to get some
I
kind
guess
of
the
fat
early
build.
match actually matters.
Really similar to the pistol round. Sen just playing for the
15
retake.
seconds.
I know, he didn't like the match.
Time to get it down.
The man,
There's
there's
no more stall.
the
There's
match
a
is
lot of
what
players
matters.
here.
Until next week when playoff brackets get made.
Narrate doesn't deny the plant.
But still a 5v3, and now this push from Zelsis. Oh, LZ has to get this fight, and he does, keeping 2G in the round.
Oh my god, what a shot from Zekin Silence, trying to swing off the arc rose to no avail.
Nice narrate.
And it's just a stinger for Narrate to try and run this down. Only LZ. 17
bullets,
health,
he
the
ain't gonna touch
classic
that.
in his face. 2 players ready to
spot.
swing in. And it's only 1 for 1. A nice attempt from LZ, but it's Sentinels winning the bonus round. Then, guys, the protocols on these A retakes
You know,
look so
they need
clean
a
in
ban
both
split and
rounds we've seen
Pale,
it now.
like any other team, because
Yeah, we're already into
Pale and
looking like
split is
back-to-back
Sen's
maps
map.
where Sen are just deciding to be flawless
Oh
today.
my
This
God.
has been a 40-minute Krispy Kreme glaze session of this team.
I did. It's good to also actually there a little bit.
Like everyone is shooting. The retakes
I
are
don't
so
think that's
good
one
on
of our
A.
sponsor segments, Wyatt.
He either got used to the timing of
Maybe we
the
could sell
wall,
that
or
though,
just,
I don't
like,
know.
he just hard every time around. I think the time for the wall now is 7
I don't know
seconds
if you'll
instead
be
of
putting
10.
on this headset again.
Man, it's rough out here.
I know Zekin has time to
Light
break.
armors, and Zekin's gonna go for the Outlaw too to punish it.
You are right, though. It
I
is
feel like if you have a couple
ridiculous
of people who can like
That's
tell you,
exactly
oh,
what you
how
want.
long until a wall drops, or how long until
You
know
mentioned
this
that in the
person
first
should have
round of this too. I
G2.
feel like people forgot about
feel like
these
they're
guys
chilling.
because they're just
Like,
in the group that doesn't have G2.
If fucking
MIBR and
Terry's
C9.
rockets like I don't know, 1 minute and 10.
After that one
if someone
loss
actually knows
to
how long
Crew
rockets
in
like
week
take to
2,
regenerate,
where Crew were the team that were just
then
never missing, they've
yeah.
been on very on point.
And I
You know
think
what you can do, what you can't do.
Alpha is more than just the misery dungeon for 100 Thieves fans to mope
Mid
about
control.
things going wrong. Even though they're making playoffs and
We have
they're
A.
still in the running to maybe even make #1 seed.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather be in
Well,
Alpha
actually,
group
they would have
than
needed this game
Omega.
to go differently. So
Yeah, Sen are about to be in the position where they're relying on 100 Thieves to win their game, so Sen
I like
can get
their,
the first seed.
this is so funny.
I like the positions
Adults is
though.
good.
You got 2
Has
focus
all
on B.
3
You
members
got
that are over
like you
here.
got
2G's gonna
freaking
try
John
and
sitting in the
best
spawn,
beat
so I
for the
can't
first
wrap through the spawn.
But they're still going into
And you have Narrate and
flashback
Zekin
site
taking down A.
for Celsius to work off of. Also bang. I think you can get into a great little crossfire here. Missiles in the
Bang
backside
got
force
flashed.
them off the angle, but the counter pull from the Astra stalls
They're
it out
trying to rotate,
completely.
but not
Nice shot from Bang.
You
It
that
was
really
really
close. That
incredible.
was.
Map #1 doesn't look to slow down here either. Taken down though amid the thorns
Betrayed.
as the Sentinels players flood in, and 2G is running out of time, running out of chances, and running
Yep.
out of any opportunity to win this round.
Not a good round, but
that
hey,
perfectly in
that's
terms
fucking
of
huge
just
still.
cycling the players that are taking the fights, running in, Zekin picking up that angle lower, Narrate fighting close, and then John is just kind of biding his time, waiting for that moment where the spike is going to have to be forced down, sprints in through upper. I mean, look at the clock right now. There's just no time.
Oh, I might get within the back
2G
scene as
to
well.
actually capitalize.
With my friends
Clock's an issue with the
who,
Sentinels rotating
like, I have
in,
a high
it's not gonna
roommate
be
with,
fun, but I
he's
was
back on Valorant now.
that 2G managed to find
And
a
I
few
played
of
2
those
games with him.
opening
He
kills,
won
like the
both.
LZ kill from
Then I looked at his
wall,
career. He
double
was on like
jumping
a
out of the
6 win streak
smoke
by
from
now.
street, and still being able to like trade out 1-for-1 there on a low buy. Not
He
the end
took
of the
from
world,
my
but
center
what I'm
phase
looking
down
at
to
now for
2
2G, as they call it
So,
timeout, is we've got a
they're both at least on the same
Nightfall,
page. Well,
Ozzy
he's
has
like
got
20 yards from me,
the
but
Cosmic Divide for the Astra, like everything has to come
assuming our
together.
roommate keeps
This is
going
where,
up,
again, they're
then
buying down to
GG's.
nothing. They have
I'm
to
getting
use
sent
these
back
ultimates
soon.
to win a round, or
I
we're
can no
gonna
longer
see
get cold
the
washed.
same thing that happened on Haven, which is that Snowball getting out of control with their econ.
If they lose this round and pop the ultimates, 2G will be flattened into a 2-dimensional state by Sentinels, and this half is basically over. They need to win this right now.
Win condition, stay 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
For real. They have the dimensional drift. If they want to do a safe Cosmic Divide kind of plant over
I need
towards
to play on
B
that.
where the
That's what
dimensional drift
happened.
clears people out, cool. And then they have a Nightfall for the post plant. They're going to have the Gravels to play around. They're going to have the Tejo missiles.
Right.
That's a pretty clear option. And hell, even if Silence
Americas
gets killed,
and
he
the
gets to
EMEA
play.
have
They
the
get
worst
another
Ascension
ult online. I mean,
teams.
they've got
Like what, Apex and 2J
plenty
made
to
it from
play
Ascension,
around.
right? They're both not going to an
So what you're
international
saying is
event so
don't
far
lose
this
this
year.
I
Well,
would
you got
advise
China and APAC,
they
both
win this,
their
for sure.
would call it,
And
ascension
hopefully the
teams.
coach told
They're
them that as
literally
well during
in
the timeout.
playoffs right now.
Right now, Sentinels
One
are
of them is
pushing
one
3
game from
players
going
down
playoffs.
long.
And the
That's
other
where
one, I don't
spike
think
is.
they started their
There's a
playoff
mad
yet.
dash from Gobert to try and help out LZ, but Sentinels are fighting through this smoke. They could just isolate the spike right now, take that out of their hands. Good fight from LZ, and Sentinels do fall back now. 2G with a numbers advantage.
Oski is clearing out the majority of this A site. Good hop back there to pressure Celsius, but flash up Oski is just going to have to
get aggressive
out
with
of
this
that
map, especially
ultimate on
the AIM
default, tuck into a safe position.
Sen is going to beat the spike here. They have 3 players ready to play Flood retake.
Look, you can literally just use that Euro. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's a Euro. What the fuck's that?
They've committed all of their ultimates to get into this site, but
There's Euro, and
Silencer
then
is
get
able to
Astro to
keep that
start where someone is. Suck it, and then Teo rockets, easy.
into some awkward positions, try and take their guns away.
Here's Oskia, stuck in, TP'd out, but Zekin's
TP'd on
too
TV.
quick for him. And suddenly 2G is completely shoot away from the site.
And 2G have no one in art. Goodwill from Sentinel says there's
Bro,
really
PXS just run around with his knife out, infecting his fucking Game Boy.
But all those players dodged it.
3 of them keep the guns. Narrate as well. The ult does nothing. And now into the retake we go. Tap early on the spike. Ready for a fight into main. This is going to be make or break for 2G. The round that they need to win. Unequivocally, a flank coming in, trying to block
Loud ain't
on
good,
the
bro.
ball,
They're
but it
0 to
doesn't
4.
work. PXS chooses a good timing for 1. For
The
2.
best players are gone.
My God.
Incredible.
They lost less. They lost Sadak. That's the left for Sentinels.
Damn, that
This is
was
now
so
retired.
snappy from PXS. It was that
Loud
exact
fell off
timing.
every
You
year
can see it
since
from, I didn't
champs,
see
they've
who
fallen off.
that was on Sentinels, but you're like, no,
So trade,
turn! And he's just swinging at that exact moment through art. Well,
got
2G, they
Kunzine,
use all 4 ults that they had, but they converted the round. They
DGZ,
stave off their economy
Vinny,
being completely reduced to nothing.
Luxo
So
as 6-man, and then they've got Pancada.
They avoid the
Pancada's good,
machine for another round.
they haven't got the good IGO anymore, you know? Sadak is the reason why they actually done well last year.
That's why Sentinels are turning around, makes it that much more impressive.
Sadak's now playing for...
Behind this pullback star, but going to teleport into backside quickly. Sentinels also did an aggro piece into A lobby too, so securing the orb into Bang, holding on to that territory.
There's actually a lot of imports this year. A lot of players went across the world for other teams.
Going for a quicker re-clear to A main.
Bang has been
a lot of Americans though into EMEA.
So we'll see if he can find an opportunity to maybe get a kill through one of those nebulas, retreat. Otherwise, he's going to be overwhelmed.
He's used 4 stars for this forward
control. They can.
Narrate. First one up, he's down. Bang still here. A pull ready to go. Nice pull around on the aim to get one kill, but the suck pulls the player out of his vision and he can't swing back in for another.
It's a short down to play position. If they want to go across the world, they can, but obviously it's easier for a team to get people who are local than it is for them to actually get across the world. Because you've got rely on visas, and visas aren't that great to get like easy.
They might not even need it. It's a 4v2. Zelsis could be a problem, but
I would. You're looking at pick, it's 4-1.
And that's a kill onto John QT. 2G. This round has been very clean from them. Win out the A main fight. An easy take on the site. And that's their second on the board.
A good double face, and on account of, several rounds ago when Sen were winning the rounds, they weren't surviving with too many players, and I feel like this might be the first time
since they've got mirror comps, they should know how comps can get played, but every team has been played style with their comps.
Sen on an eco.
That's the only issue.
When they won the pistol the first round of this series.
I feel like until you actually kind of understand the playstyle the other team's going with the same comp as you, that's when you can kind of feel like what you can do.
This round might come down just to a B bloodbath. Sentinels pushing down there. 2G also will look like they want to do a fast one. There's 3 sheriffs in Sen's hands. Find some openers here, reclaim the guns.
5 players here. Missiles, every bit of util going both ways. Haunt only caught 1. I think 2G are getting a little suspicious something up is here. Something that they don't want to risk too much into.
I like this. They're just playing
back.
Look at John Danger on that jump spot.
Here comes the util yet again. Oskia has to run, and they lose one to the Sheriff of Zekin.
Bro, all those fucking lasers.
Stun combo coming through between Yoru and Teho there.
And every single one from 2G is legit aiming at the same spot as well.
Getting abandoned by 2G, and sure, they're going to have a plant to work with. Gobert will have the ultimate in the post, but Sentinels might actually try to tap back in to a dimensional drift if they want to win this one out.
That was really excellent util combo, and also off the gate crash. Second has got here really quick, and he find a second kill. He can. He is in such.
Yep, get the weapon and you're chilling.
That's a gun.
Has everything a Yoru could want. A gun, the ultimate, a gate crash ready to go.
No flashes, decoy, and 2 TVs.
Spotting 2 over towards Art.
Second
kill as well. Pops out. What is going on? He didn't spot LZ, and now it gets weird. 2G take back some semblance of
but they
control.
can't kill the spike.
Yeah, the wall up in their face. Yuzo flying every which way, and Celsius finally gets onto it.
Yeah, and they couldn't get through the wall because of the thorns that were down. They haven't even gotten into half, Sen.
They're fighting through. 2G, it's chaos in the smoke.
Let's fucking
but
go.
Bang! How's he won that round?
Just insane. Sentinels dip
You're
every
supposed to
ult they
egos of
had
2G.
just about to win that out. It starts with a
swear
great
maybe it's
little
always like,
Yuzo
oh, this is
combo
winnable,
on
so winnable, and then you lose.
But in the post plant, forcing
It's one
those
of those
players
moments.
to
You check out
go for
3
that
players,
dash
you
to
should
the
have won
Astral.
that.
That secures them the round.
Yeah, it was this nice setup here. And then also it just comes down to, yet again, Second and Bang individually are going crazy today. They are white hot. And
something that we all
simply
have
not
about in
missing.
COD, and then
Second
they do it
just
in the game.
Getting that second duel over towards Dugout off that fast rotate from the gate crash, wins that out, gets them in the 5v3. It's crazy.
That was crazy. It's like Gobert doing friendly fire.
Honestly, it's kind of better to do ranked plays in here than it actually is to do like, actual like strats.
I don't know if that works in this game.
Yeah, because you wouldn't expect the you wouldn't respect like, you wouldn't like you're gonna expect over shit like complication shit. Like, you would be like, oh, if there's 2 people over here, the rest are probably going like whatever.
But if they just push it
Because
together,
it's
they're
Yuto.
already going to be super
But like when you do
close.
rank shit, it's so random.
They will be slowed down.
You don't know what to expect.
It does have the vines over here.
Your money ready for that shit.
But that ult is good into back haul. Bang has to go running.
Only one person got in front of the wall, by the way.
Where's the follow-up? Here they go. TP in, but the Bang position could be great. Nah, Oski has got control of this side.
So that's how you're packing for it, is if a team's going against you, that's it.
The trip.
But when you come to like regions, or like when your main matches like these ones, no one screams the teams they're playing against. They either did ones opposite you, or they do tier 2 teams.
Frankly, kind of a weak setup for Sen that was fully exploited by 2G's.
It's like right now, Sen might have, played against C9 and G2, but the next season, they're going to be playing against who's in their bracket. They're going to be playing scrims in their bracket, or tier 2.
They'd be happy with some damage onto 2G. Neither team is really out of the woods as far as the money goes.
Are they really going to bring the whole squad?
Am I going crazy? Did you guys hear that?
You're what?
Whistling in the background?
Mimi, I think that's just you.
No.
Does anyone else smell burnt toast while we're talking about that?
The voices are back.
They're in your walls.
Oh, maybe I'm just going crazy. All right. 2G,
hey, live
3
look
rounds
at
in a row.
Potter. No, he's fishing. Come on.
Okay. Plus 2.
Too basic. Like all graphics in the game's gone better, but Spike still looks shit. So like how it was.
Something tells me we either have a tech or a timeout. There we go.
Oh, same timeout. Captain in happy. Captain in happy.
Been straight up chilling until this moment.
Can we get Coach Cam? I want to see him squeeze in
for my job today.
How's young man Kubert doing?
So by the way, the double fade ult is what masks the teleport audio coming in there. That's why no one's turning around to deal with him. Also, the other players in front of their screen.
Osboss has really influenced a generation.
But the thing is,
the entire room's gone red.
That's
one thing you don't get on mid stage.
He's not reclined all the way. I know that chair goes back far.
Oh yeah, I mean it goes almost 180 degrees.
Narrate.
50%.
Narrate. You are not Aspas. You're not Aspas, bro.
That's why he's
Look
only
at what
50% of
the GOAT
Osboss.
has done for the culture.
It is true.
I'm also not sure if like chewing gum is part of like typical meditative practices.
I think a lot of pros chew gum. Like, I think the first Val Pro I think of that was really big on it was Crashies.
No, everyone does it.
I've asked him, I think twice, and he's like, he will not tell what kind of gum he chews. I think it's like a superstition thing.
What?
Okay. He's into that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same gum he's been chewing for years.
I wonder if they have the gum in Berlin now that he's playing in Europe.
Oh, man.
Maybe buy it. Maybe he's shipping it in. All right, 5-2-3 though. We're back into this game. 2G showing some signs of life, but Sen have a rifle round and some key ults online.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. They've got the Nightfall and
I think we can get
Steel
towards
Guard
mid, I think.
back into this. Still, as we were mentioning,
No, I've been muted the whole time. It's fine.
So this is
I'll probably on
a
this
crucial one for them to win out as 2G are slowly postured towards A main, expecting some kind of aggressive look that's not going to come, and you have Oscar going to clear out all of Art and ready to teleport back to the team in A main if necessary.
Yeah, it'll be a straightforward clear backside while the team pushes on through it. They can get smoke no problem. It's a pretty effective use of the ult there. Thorn's going to be a bit annoying, especially with those missiles too. Kicks has taken a bit of damage on the way out.
But they didn't hold on to Art, and there's already a reclear coming in from Sentinels, drone into that space. Here comes the ultimate.
Wow, connects onto 3 players who are trying to wrap into Art right now.
3 positions.
Nice.
Second. Wow. That adjustment is
Why did I think that was an Astro?
First tap coming onto the
Oh, no, I saw that as well.
I thought he was floating.
Right into the Astro Pole. 2G keep the situation contained for now, but they're down in numbers at this point in the round.
I mean, I thought it was Astro pretty powerful.
Wow, no way.
He's holding. He's sticking.
Easy.
And
Pros don't fake.
The stick cam, bro.
Oscar gets the kills.
Pros don't fake.
It goes to Sen.
I feel like this has happened a lot for 2G. We're even thinking back to the pistol round.
This is why you always warm up before matches.
Off the site itself, which makes sense. Right
now you're shooting.
From Sentinels. It means that Sens are
if he was shooting the last map, they probably would have had a chance, actually.
Using it, pulling utility so
oh my god, that shit plant. That's literally the reason.
It's making it fairly simple for Sen to get back.
He could have gotten wallbanging.
Right, when you're going up against this.
It can, but no one's wallbanging an angle. No expecting someone to be there.
So obnoxious.
I think when they planted it, like, they got immediately ulted by Fade. So no one actually had to look at the spikes.
And they've been able to do that.
That's why I get scared when I play spike, because I want to plan in a spot where someone can like be around the corner, you know?
More time using utility to clear it out, then you can.
You don't know about it, especially with smoked off anything.
Abandoning the site.
I think the issue is because the Nightfall was coming in there, like reaction was to try and push into Art.
Yeah. I think there's other things too, though. Instead of like falling back to Art, you could have chosen to like fight deeper into Secret as well.
Sure.
It's like we fight forward
like
into them.
Getting into the smokes instead of falling all the way back.
Exactly, like fight before they get those ults off even. But again, because
all right, sending to step it up. If they lose this map, I'm getting
coming in, stalling the plant. I don't think 2G were ever in a comfortable position to go.
It's sad when this happens. Because then it's a 50-50 of who wins.
So Stealth Throne was just thrown out by Gobera over towards.
Right, next map.
I'd rather get my freaking news from
could be trying to
Twitter.
Attempt to push up on that side of the map.
Look at the map of the kill. You really think Sen's going to lose that?
That doesn't mean they won't. I mean, they can. They have it.
Nice slap from LZ.
Yeah, once.
Down by Bang. Trade's going the way of Sentinels.
Every single fight that round.
Since then, that's the highest win rate on split. No other team can take him out.
Unfortunately for 2G, it's Sentinels. They come out one better through the trades.
I don't know because they saw a comp, but no one respected him. I think it was you, Teo, Fade, Sage, and I can't remember who the other one was.
Line's going to go down to slow up
Sentinels from attempting
to flood in off that spike tap, and now 2G. How are they going to position against this? Gobera is blind, but what a shot.
It's good to start 2v2, but now he's alone. Missiles push him all the way back into main, and he won't have missiles of his own for another 20 seconds. Sen take their time. John on the jiggle. Second positioning to double swing. Gobera out wide, and the swing's good from Sen. 7-3 now. They've reaffirmed control on Pearl.
Yeah, able to just maintain control on that A site during the retakes. They've been so good in these situations multiple times now. I like the idea from 2G. What it was like you mentioned earlier in the round, Christy, the trades that came in from Sen were lightning fast. You had to pick up that final one on default, and that's where they get the significant advantage in the round, that they can just position back, allow the tap, or allow the spike to be planted, and then from there play with the man advantage retake. Text easy.
Is Bet? Nah, there's no way.
Look quite simple today.
Ben Affleck, I think he's actually at a SEN watch party, like in the HQ right now.
For the Visol, Sentinel's putting up a bit of a fight here, but not in front of
Ben Affleck, he's a actor.
Good tag leads to could have been a kill.
And director.
But again, Sentinel's just barely
Did you know, I forget which country it is, but it's a really weird, fucked up one. They're funding, like, Valorant and a whole bunch of other, like, foreign games for esports.
Going to be spotted out briefly by Zekin.
I remember reading that a couple months ago. But, like, they're making them go global. Like really big stages.
You know about the world, the World Cup thingy? The esports World Cup?
Sen is pretty aware of how heavy.
I want to know how that's
going. It's getting ahead of the
Has it actually?
Yeah. Perfect on the follow through.
I remember it was supposed to happen. I never watched it.
Yet again, we've
seen this about the trophy, like someone couldn't get the trophy piece in the actual trophy. The best way it works, right, or last year how done, is every team that wins a game, they get like a little triangle trophy.
They're going to try and get that plant through.
The main trophy, you basically put all your triangles together, basically.
Once again. This sets up Sentinels to play just for the Cosmic Divide,
just like last time.
After all, Zekin even has an ult, but I don't think they're going to need it in this situation. 2G. Good timing on the Thorns, the ult coming in as well, and this is going to push Sen all the way back to try and keep their weapons.
2 players dodge it.
That's true. Now
I mean,
the fight
I mostly just watch
goes
YouTube.
1 for 1, but time is being fought. That's critical. Reposition Church for
Maybe my
Gobera
algorithm's
with the
just
missiles
screwed
at his
up
feet
now.
and bang ready. Still, this Cosmic Divide is up. Now it falls, but the smoke. John QT ready to block. Can he block? Can he hold? No! Pull just a little too wide. And time, he's pulling, but the spray is there. And 2G narrowly win the post one.
John just trying to body block that so Bang wouldn't take the damage.
If you don't know it when you're brain dead.
Initial body block worked so Bang didn't get off the spike. That was about to be a free
here's
win.
the,
Just comes down to that. I do like prior to that
For
moment.
every game you win, you get a triangle piece. And then I think the very last one is where you put your like a triangle in it.
While SEN were pushing forward.
I can't actually a cool
That was a really pivotal moment for them and being able to win this out finally.
Like, the thing is, right, the trophy piece was actually cut perfectly to go into trophy, it worked. But when they were like celebrating the win, no one could put a trophy piece in.
The corner, the push on in from Silence too. And how to come within touching distance.
And then a few months later, Faker gets his another League of Legends tournament win. I think Faker was there actually.
This might be our first just straight up B-hit of the half. Askia clears through, spots out the thorns. His team will try and spam that one down off of it.
Wait, so basically there's 14 take. Wait, so.
Wait, yeah, that is the right thing, by the way. The Saudi Arabia stuff. There's apparently controversy around it too.
Taken out of the picture.
That's CST format.
Just a second now to get back in.
Gobera has his own.
Oh my god! That was an execution.
Yeah, Gobera.
Okay, so every.
Too precise. The odds
Okay, so it's like VCT basically.
Following up towards
like same format where you got the Swiss, and then you got the groups, and then you got the playoff.
Ahead of him, Shorty in
Come on,
So all same formats as like actual
no matter the
tournaments.
gun, you know he can do it.
So the only team got actually registered in those games are the ones that play in.
Two in the stinger.
So obviously you got SEN, 100 Thieves, Fnatic, C9, G2. I think all the, like most of the partner teams from each region. I think it's like 4 from each region. I think it is. Are playing in certain games.
Just Guardian one taps the guy.
8-4.
Sorry, that was on the 2G side. Gobera.
I won't lie, I haven't watched this game like
that pause was everything for finals.
It feels like they did so much more right
Mm-hmm.
this half, but it still ends 8-4.
Oh my god, that's insane.
It's a 5v3 and they lose it.
But the pistol round, remember, was also a 5v3 they lost.
I mean, yeah, they're just playing around.
But one thing I love watching is like watching teams joke about like, oh, let's try to get a celebrity to show up on our, you know, event or whatever, and then the jokes on everyone else because no one thought it would happen, and the celebrity actually shows up.
As we head to halftime.
Like crew with Messi, same with Ben Affleck, Elon Musk at VCT.
I feel like if that stuff like that happens, it's probably because like their kids are into it or something.
Yeah, that's why Elon was there, because his kid was involved, like interested in it. Although the kid's only like what, 5? Yeah, how old is his kid?
The gay son or the? Does he have another? The Y equals MX plus B guy.
Yeah, he has 2 children. Oh, he has a couple. Apparently Elon Musk has welcomed 14 children over 20 years. Yeah, both 14 children, I ain't bothered, but why did Elon Musk go to VCT?
Maybe he was just making sure his billions were going somewhere.
I think it was his young child.
Well, Sentinels up 8-4.
So let me go to YouTube. I know there's gonna clip down it.
Through another dominant half and
VCT, Elon Musk.
Of being the #1 seed out of Alpha.
Because this was just literally just, oh yeah, this is a young child.
Though, more fight from them this game.
Yeah, definitely. They're looking pretty good. Credit to Askia, who's been finding a lot of nice entry kills.
I think it's the XYZ whatever it is.
Over on A, we're able to capitalize off of a hit late there. Unfortunately, though, SEN, they're still winning out a ton of rounds. Aside from just their A retakes being really good, because individually they're nasty at the moment.
Tough thing is, even with men in scoring position in these 5v3 rounds, it's still been slipping away.
That's crazy work. It's a baseball thing. You wouldn't get a Wyatt. But now, in the bottom of the 9th, 2G
Well,
had
it's
to
not.
come
I
up
feel
with
like
something.
second half map 3 would be more close.
It's more be like the 6th, right? Something like that.
No,
If they
map
had
3,
mercy
I
rule in
consider map
baseball.
3 overtime. Like extra innings. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because it's going into it only if there's a
Sure.
tie. I make
Fair
the
enough.
rules here, by the way.
Okay. John Baseball over here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was XAE,
Back deep. I was thinking for a second maybe LZ is a bit on his own towards A, but
Y equals MX
he'll be able
plus
to make
B.
it back in time with a little bit of
That's the simplified one.
I'm gonna tell you every single name he has for children, right? You
Run
ready?
and gun. He's still playing Neon. You think
Go
he's
for
playing
it.
Yoyo?
Tara,
Okay.
Nevada,
Played that way.
Wasn't ready.
Griffin, Saxon, Kai,
What a tough way to start the
Vivian Jenner, Wilson,
Center gonna fall off. They're gonna
Damien,
have a pull for the
Strider,
post plant, the Tejo missiles too.
Akadia,
You need to get on this spike quick and start
Exa,
pulling out that util.
Azu, Selden, and then XAEAXII.
Able to tap.
I feel bad for him. All of his brothers and sisters are gonna have normal names, and he has a fucking
so
weird
well in
name.
every one of these team fights, swinging together, always a player ready to trade, always the next layer.
Nah, if
of
anything,
this
he's
puzzle.
unique. No one else has that name.
God. That round felt like an execution.
It's so flawless. It is a little absurd that Second gets that first
Dude,
kill.
imagine
Fully
like knowing your friend for a week and you're just like, wait, what was your name again?
But then after that,
Oh, it gets worse because then
Like-
there's
Wait, so originally, his name was supposed to be XAEA12, but because of California rules, he had to change it to XII. Instead of 12.
Yeah, apparently his wife was adding stuff to it as well because he didn't want it to be weird
Also,
or
we need to get
whatever.
back to the spike. And then John tucks
Hold
in the
on.
corner,
That's
gets the
GPT
missiles
time.
off, then takes the fight, just adding that delay, getting the util in. It's well
Let's go,
played
bonus.
patience from John there.
Locating target.
bro whiffed on him.
That too. But even, I mean, I was talking about this stuff before. I mean, even if Austin got that kill.
No,
it's
you're
kinda
valid. You're valid for that,
This
Wyatt.
is
I respect
done,
it.
man.
I respect it.
At this point, I'm just melting into these penguin plushies. in
Wow,
front
he
of
was looking at the
me. They
TP.
comfy?
So-
Yeah, they're kind of cozy. I'm gonna be real.
Apparently, the
Alright, well,
X
this round's
meaning of
looking,
that guy's
very
name
the Sentinels.
is the unknown variable.
Experts
The
are
AE is to mean Ash or AI,
no. but
or Elven
feed the
spelling,
information in my ear
or
right
love
now.
and or artificial
Five
intelligence.
players. 2G has 3.
The
and
A12
they all
part
have classics, so one might think they want to die to Spike here.
is basically an aircraft
Another
that
might
Elon
think
Musk
that
likes.
Second's not gonna let them.
Yeah, some are saying
So he's got
that
called the
Second
unknown
is
variable
also
Ash
using
aircraft.
dimensional drift.
Ah,
Oh,
those
no,
are the
that's
same
crazy.
experts whispering in your ear.
That's just disrespectful.
You know, silliness. I do wonder, could you imagine like being like a surrogate as a caster? Like you get a co
Surrogate?
Yeah.
A skill?
Like
Oh,
you send
you're
into a
like a
business meeting.
business surrogate,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
a birth
So, like,
surrogate.
Bro, these
Why?
casters need to shut up. Let me watch the clip.
Mimi, come on.
Well, there's
we're
nothing
talking
to actually
about
go on. There's
Valorant.
nothing from
We're talking
shoutcasts.
about Valorant. Walk in, Mimi.
Okay.
Okay, so stay with me, stay with me.
Hey, look at the score and look at the last
Now they're
game's
just
score.
yapping,
Okay, so
bro.
you basically have someone in
I mean, they're
your
nothing to
business
shoutcast.
meeting to represent,
Like, it's
like, a
just
field
Sentinels
media,
running down,
and then they
killing.
tell you what to say.
You're a human body.
Yeah, just
I
say
think
something
Sentinels
like,
are
oh,
wrong.
Sentinels are looking super confident, and then just add on to it.
I'm imagining you get a
Say something that 2G could do better. Like, you have a whole, your whole job is this, and you're just saying nonsense.
waffling about.
Wait, look at Zekin's KD.
Waffle about.
It
Wait,
depends.
wait.
Is it Josh?
If it's Wilkinson, it's bad.
There's nothing that is happening on that stream that I can
21 to 8, he's farming.
Alright.
Sliggy just
2G,
saying, please be nice to the players.
Please be nice to players, like 4 more chances, these things.
Yeah.
Tarek probably has some like bundle stuff he'd be going into if it's a
Velva
SEN
Sun
game.
bundle.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try that.
I'm gonna need 2G to win this round if they intend on winning this game.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now.
Goal setting. Start to manifest. This is what we want to hear.
This is the manifest mindset. Second is getting
Right,
a lot of
if
info
those
towards
are
A,
6
and
of
then, hey,
8,
let's
it means the
go
game's
back
going
towards
well.
B, but 2G have not
Okay.
actually bit. They are not rotating off this site still. 2 anchoring. 4 SEN players attempt to split in here, getting slowed up by the vines.
The backhaul TP. Does he want to take it? No. Gets faked out. And now it's all about silence in the corner.
Or is it? It might be about narrate finding a lurk timing.
Does he commit that towards the A side? Does he want to take the risk? I think he's just falling in with the team.
30 seconds now.
They basically have to go on B. 3 defenders here. Good stun for
I think
Gobert.
this
That'll
is
buy
good.
some time.
20 seconds.
I'm glad Narrate didn't push that.
To go.
It's better to go. Yep.
Yeah, it's because the angle.
Let's tie up
Nice.
Didn't see him.
the round this way. Surely someone can put an end to it.
Yeah, they were. Literally, no one ever rarely holds sewers, but I guess he did.
Come on, bruh.
I feel like in VCT, you have to actually watch the angle because of like that can change the game so much.
End the season, I'm gonna be real.
Manifest.
Wait, Sen's actually played it so perfect. This is a bonus, by the way, as well.
Oh,
they're saving.
I'm manifesting
Saving on a bonus.
Spike becoming 1 year older in a couple months and joining up with this team.
Well,
Oh, bro, Sen has played one so well.
This looks like a
with the procession of time.
I don't know what the word is. Hold on.
You know, all things considered, though, this is listen. This has been a
pull yourself out of the gutter.
Tough game for 2G.
This is a challengers team, not a champions
SEN are
team,
really
bro.
showing out today, but still,
They shouldn't even be here.
being able to perform with.
But yeah, they won Ascension, so I don't know. I don't know who's in the. Oh yeah, M80. M80 came second.
M80 was actually good from what I remember. I don't know about now.
They are.
Let's just do the big one.
Now they're still good. They still are.
I hope 2G is just nervous or something because they're playing bad.
Exactly.
No, it's because this game of out to them. Like, as I said, it comes down to EG versus Loud, but everyone knows EG ain't losing to Loud.
He's gone from the team. Their new IGL
So there's basically no chance for 2G to actually go to the playoffs.
insanely good. Like it was.
But don't worry, if they can't make top 8 next, like in Champions, they're going back down to Ascension.
Another substitution. Last minute.
So we get a new team next year.
Because they needed someone who had an American.
He sounds like he's been saying the same thing to him for forever and they're not listening.
That's him, who conveniently was
That's what it looks
also
like.
playing in Brazil in
He's like,
challenges, but
do this, do this, do this. What are you not
respect the
getting?
team for really putting their best foot forward and
For me,
actually
right,
making
I can be a good coach. I can actually come up with the good comps and distracts, you know, keep up with the man and all that shit. But if I can't have a team what's like understanding what I'm trying to make you not do, then I'm done. I'm pissed.
Once they have
I'm dropping straight out.
more the roster they actually want to play with in stage
Like,
2.
although coach doesn't do too much in the actual game, but if there's no team respect towards the coach and the IGL, you got a bad team.
Yo, do you have VLR open?
Yeah, I can.
Look up Invies. Look up. Have they won any of their matches? I think they're in challengers
going
or
up against
something.
Prime Second.
22 and 9 for the young man.
Hero against QOR.
Was that yesterday?
2G are trying to fight into A main, get some
18,
control,
yeah.
get that orb
Okay.
to allow Gobert to have
That's
the
the
orb.
game.
2-0 in Trust and Plug.
Round that has resulted in
2-0 on Sad Esports. Obviously, they lost 1-2 against Cuba Academy.
Okay, yeah, that's
Sentinel's better.
sounds about
2-0
right.
against Blue Otter.
Take crash ready to go.
To
the site.
2-0 against Bug Boys.
Dude.
Basically, they're all wins.
They're good players.
Since the TSM match 2-0 on TSM, that's when they went into Envoy. Or Envy. But they lost 2-1 to M80.
Well, that sounds about right, though.
Still a good position for 2G. Where
They're losing to all the good teams.
They got against TSM in 3 days.
Okay, that'll be a true test right there. Because TSM's pretty mid.
And a 1v2 for John.
They've always been
They're
mid.
basically 100 thieves of VCT.
No, they're 100 thieves with challengers.
Exactly. Like they can show up, but it depends if they actually want to show up.
They can. Do they have passion though?
Out, tapping the
He should just
spike.
run.
They're getting paid
He's
enough.
Go B if he wants, but he's got to get moving now.
Yeah, he's sprinting. He's going to beat them to the site.
Oh no! Wait, will
Might
he?
even have an opportunity to get those guiding salvos cycled back up.
20 seconds, yeah, not bad.
I guess he does.
Yeah, he does. He has plenty of time.
I thought it was the
If he
same
close one.
runtime.
Just wanted to run and see if he could get John off.
Thing is, he's got to kind of find
Yeah.
a 1v1 first.
He should have
gonna be
pushed
rough run.
strong.
Threatening to play time. This
Depends on where he plants. Depends on where he can be.
Oh, this
The
timing!
timing. Did they spot him? Now they know.
It's fine. They haven't seen him yet.
Missiles go in, but the player's already
For what they know, he could be anywhere now.
PXS is alone.
Come on.
John has it
This is so
isolated
easy
to a
for you.
1v1. Silence taps. John holds his nerve. This win.
Every time.
Wait, John.
He's the most aware.
John QT waiting. Silence sticks it halfway. John still just toying with him, but Silence in
Wait,
the
he
nick of
lost all
time,
things.
just
No, it's
about.
funny though.
Has the defuse, but oh my god, she's splitting up there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the
I think he was just a little too paranoid.
They both made it out onto site.
Oh.
I don't know.
Even still,
that was so
nice
fucking
attempt from
funny.
John. It looked like he was in full control of the
He's like,
situation.
are you gonna shoot me or
Wow,
no?
I mean, expecting him to win that, that's straight up pre-fire.
We're falling for that
I
shit.
think it's important. Silence actually finally took the wide range.
He's like, no way I
Previously,
lost
Spike and
that.
just sitting on the spike, hoping that John would
Wait, was that real
overswing.
pass? That was real second, isn't it? Yeah. Like he just walked out as a decoy, and then John just shot an angle for no reason. Second didn't even clear the angle either.
So barely a 2G round win. But Sen still have money, they still have rifles, and well, they're starting with a bit of a slower round here, just putting some pressure into mid, trying to make sure they get rid of that Vise wall over there in the street.
I think this will be one of the last honest rounds of Valorant we have. Gobert's the only one with an ultimate, but the next 2, 3, 4 rounds, even all these ults are going to start cycling back online.
This is a pretty
This
interesting
is a good
setup from
spot
Sen. They
to
use
be in.
Prowlers to take that main control, then they pressure Link. And look at this, where the dimensional drift
Look
is
how
from
GT was
Link,
dumped
it's
on
all
A,
the way
and not A or B.
back there in Link at the moment. Sends the fake. Oh no, that was a legit TP. I thought it was going to be fake.
Yeah, they're actually going to go
That's good, they got A space now.
leaving narrate as the art.
Sen can execute anywhere they want. They got all the main space they need. It's just the mid control.
Players stuck over on the A side of the map.
This is so
think
cool.
they're
from
waiting
Sen.
on
They've
narrate
been
again.
working both sides of the map.
They're gonna be a little late though.
On Silence, and he can't
Wait,
convert.
never
That's
mind. The
both
shooters
kills on the side anchors for Sentinels.
and 2G is just not confident.
2G, they're going to be late on. Asuka's going out. No one was really there to support thanks to the Thorns. And did they
Yeah,
save
GG's. This is so over.
Like if I'm an investor of 2G, I'm like, these guys don't want to win. And then I'm
Look at
just not
the
investing.
eco of 2G. They lose this round, they're going with specters and singers. Which means Sen now has to play like far range, so they know like B might be the best chance. It's just a ready corner, they're gonna be careful.
I don't know if we can get our camera up and see what debauchery's going on.
That was genuinely
2 rifles, and I got 3 like shitty things like specters, singers, maybe a bulldog or guardian.
Be main control with the Prowler. At the same time, they smoke off Link so they can push in there. They get Zekin's gate crash all the way down. Then they go back, pressure A, leave narrate to throw in a shooter util there, teleport back to B to split in the site. That was so cool. What a well orchestrated round.
Do you want to try and draw it, Wyatt?
No.
No, Wyatt doesn't want to do it.
I mean, it would be there's too many. This one would require too many arrows, and we can't erase them.
They're turning the lights on.
Cuba Academy tweeted 20 minutes ago, hearing Ben Affleck talk about crosshair placement and Odin spams was not on my 2025 bingo card.
There's going to be marker everywhere. Nothing is going to make sense.
Well, you drew a beautiful
so
drawing for
cool,
us,
though.
at least.
That's yeah. That's all I could manage.
Second's mum tweeted,
Game progresses
"Hey chat, so happy having Batman at Sentinel's watch party."
Big brawl in
I'm gonna take a
AA.
selfie.
State of the game moment. Second, all right.
Just runs through all of it.
Runs up, teleports away. Lovely.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th.
Oh cool. Tyrick streaming. He has Rob Moore and Ben Affleck at the chair.
One orb away
Like,
from
on
getting
the stream.
They should be locking this
You see that's
up
live right now.
Right now.
Oh no, Ben Affleck ain't in chair anymore, he moved.
There's like too many people are noticing now.
The wind up at the belt.
He's probably still at the stadium, still at the snake cage, just somewhere else.
Like you
We're showing presence everywhere else.
They
They
say
probably
that.
put him in
Imagine-
a VIP spot.
And maybe it's new, but they
Imagine just going to watch a great team's esports game and then you got fucking Batman walking into the room.
This dimensional drift is going to clear out everything on the site for Sen. They're getting it for free. Zelstis has the Steel Guard, and John is the Armageddon.
But what if Gobert was the truth?
Oh, with the ult coming in, it's going to be a little difficult. They do avoid it, but they're... No, actually, PXS was caught.
Silence has a pistol anyways, it's fine.
Double Teo ult.
Rethrow
Escape
your-
is the game moment again, Wyatt. You said it. It's
Yeah,
chaos
man.
towards spawn. Gobert's
I
trying
think he
to
has
walk
none
up.
now.
He's dead. Good
He has one
night,
placed in A main though. Yeah. Oh, but look, bro, Teo ults.
13 to 4. 13 to 5. They put a pin on their group stage. And 4 to 1.
Nice second.
Keep their
Zek.
chances of a #1
GG's.
seed. And the bot
2-0.
round in playoffs.
That's enough. Sentinel's a game fast seed.
Sentinel's scorecard at the end of the game, it's like runs 2, hits 26,
Let's go.
errors
Easy 2-0.
0. That was just some
I ain't
great
That was just a
effort
sad
from
game.
them.
Yeah, now at this point...
I don't
it's
care
in the
losing
back
bracket or
of the
not. That was
Sen
kind
get the first seed. The never-ending beef between these two teams has taken an unexpected turn in the potential.
Yeah, mission just do a quick before we go. Actually, it's going from.
They're